Good evening, people. Good evening. We back again. Part 3 of this madness. Shout out to Local Libra. She had a very, 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 very entertaining show today. She was thinking like me on it. And she also said she was going to review this as well. Now, she said it's a very, very good interview because I was starting to have doubts because somebody said yesterday, I think they were saying Tommy needed to do it and they heard about it, and I was like, she ain't going to go because he going to cuss her ass out. Well, when I heard him on Nick at Night show last night and she asked how it went, he was saying it was a very good conversation and he had her cry. Hey, Local. He said he had her crying, and I was like, oh shit, Tommy been winning his psychologist bag. Now, unlike Cheryl, we have friends of the show that actually have psychology degrees and shit, unlike, the lady who got a coach. We know niggas that graduated to do this shit and actually sit people on their couch and talk about these things. So Local said she was surprised. For him, he went light, but what did she say? She said he held her accountable, but he also handled her with care. Gabe, whatever you watching the playbacks, I can hear it. Really? So yeah, we back again. I'm telling y'all, I'm going down this damn rabbit hole. We just gonna listen to all these interviews. Every last one she done done. Her Facebook, she done put so much shit on Facebook, I done lost count. But I saw Wiley had, who did he have on? He had Dr. Nikita Smith, I still hear it, Gabe, and Jedediah, and Michael Smith. Yeah, see, I don't hear it now. It sounds like something you had going on in the background. You want to hit the link, Local? Let me know.
Oh, I know it is. Now it's going to be on, right?
Yeah, I think whatever you were probably watching it on something else. Hello, everybody in there, mad, all of them. Yeah, so I think Tommy is winning people over, especially shows like this. If nothing else, I'm here. Truth gonna be thinking he Dr. Phil after this show. She hate him. She don't like him. She ain't gonna give him a chance. But she gonna like him after this show. I just feel like it, even though I ain't seen it, I ain't heard it.
I saw the first half hour. He just let them talk. That's all he did. He just let her talk, and she kind of put herself in these little holes that where Tommy kind of got her, but like. Not in an asshole way. Like he knew what he was doing.
And they were doing that while Nick was doing the interview with the grandma. And that one ended up going left, so I definitely got to go back to that. The grandma ended up cussing Nick out. Grandma's a pastor, by the way. She cussed Nick out. She threatened to do legal action if she didn't take the video down, and Nick got ghetto with her. It was a funny thing. it was a whole production, if I must say. It was a production.
Can't go nowhere.
Nope, can't go into it. Can't. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. Man, I got this. If what the fuck? Tommy's all my links is pinned in the description box. It should be the first thing that comes up besides the hashtags. Yeah, you won't find him on Rumble, Twitter, wherever the hell he at. Just go there. Tommy a hustling motherfucker too. This nigga got on his what the hell? On his all my links, he got my phone number, $99. He ain't getting his phone number out for $100.
And if you're on that link, you can go in that. Well, you don't need to be looking. I was gonna say you could look at what them people saying, but they might be saying some stupid shit, so don't look.
Oh, I'm so used to it by now because I don't expect everybody to understand, and they actually really don't even know the full story. So,
well, that's why we have you on, so you can get it.
The full story is you. Now he didn't quit. He kind of like semi-banned. It's the darndest thing if he creates a channel and he got his face on it. They look like they stopped because ain't nobody, when he pops up on other people's shit and show his face, nothing happens with their videos. Other than what I know with mine, when I keep his name in the title or his image, it's gonna stay yellow. It's just give it up for it going green with his name in the title and all of this. So as soon as the title is gonna change as soon as the show ends. Yeah, I'm taking his name out, and it's gonna be part 3 of the woman who gave her kids up.
By the way, all his links.
Okay, Trey, stop, hold, pause, real time, nickel.
Real time.
Hey, Loca, I just started listening. Okay, have you started yet?
No.
Yeah. No.
Shut up, Gabe.
No.
Shut up.
Not shut up. That nigga ain't supposed to be on here. Facial recognition is getting any channel he got shut down. Now he still got a couple of them that he done had since forever, but he rarely goes on. But every time he popped up with a new one, I was telling him stop showing his face, just stay behind the avatar, and it was snapping him. Like I said, him and Tazariak do a couple shows weekly, and where I don't know, I guess YouTube may recognize it's coming from a different software or whatever. So I don't know. His videos aren't being taken down, but as far as them being still fully monetized, I don't know. Because it's a lot of people that I know that don't like him and like him that take his videos and re-upload them, and they don't have no problem with their channel either. He just can't be on there.
You give him the full story.
But yeah, you say truth, you gonna start liking him. You gonna like him after this one.
You say that every time, Trey. You say that every time we react. You say you can't make me like this man. Like honestly,
he did what Cheryl be trying to do, ma'am. I'm actually shocked because I felt like if anybody deserved the custody out, it's this motherfucker here. Anybody.
Well, we'll see. You know, I'm always willing to give the benefit of the doubt. So we'll see. We'll see.
No, you're not. You're closed-minded, Truth.
Trey, no, I'm not. If I was closed-minded, you wouldn't be my brother. Okay? Fact.
But I won the crowd over, and you had to go popular opinion.
I know I didn't. No, that's not true.
Yes, you did.
That's not true. That's not true.
You had to go
that's
to popular.
Not true. No, we're not gonna do that. Cause no.
Truth ain't said nothing about this ragged ass girl. I think she a feminist or something. She ain't said nothing.
How could I have said something when somebody didn't send me the link last night? Or was it last night or the night before?
It was last night, but I thought I did.
No, well, you didn't, sir. So what did you expect me to say? I was talking. You just couldn't hear me, sir.
That don't even make sense.
Well, not to you. I was talking to the phone. I didn't have the link. Who Logan say she don't like? Logan don't like her.
That woman, like she is despicable. Even if you get past her giving the kids up because she wanna advance her career, then you just gotta go look at the despicable shit that she's saying on her Facebook page.
She is definitely trifling. And see, this is my thing. I'm gonna say this as you get started. This is where I feel like social media it's just fucked up, because she shouldn't be getting any type of benefits as far as a fucking interview, as far as endorsements or anything else she may get from this. Sensationalizing what she did to those kids, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that she should be shunned off the internet, not celebrated, huh? Not put out here on it. She should be shunned. She should be ashamed to come on the internet.
I'm gonna find Cheryl's husband and see if we can go viral. If he could just say, I was tired of them kids and I left, and let's see if he gets the same accolades.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, she has become an overnight viral YouTube, Facebook, TikTok celebrity.
Now, what y'all helping this woman make money for when she done gave up her children?
Exactly.
She done gave up her children.
I told
Thank you. When people are cash apping and sending her money, asking her what she needs, like even at the first radio interview, the lady was like, let us know if you need some resources. She was like, yeah, we do need some shoes and clothes and shit like that because the house burnt up. Mm-hmm. But she don't have the kids. I know they better put her ass on child support. I know that. Her license better be suspended and shit. She better go through the same shit men have to go through. She done gave her kids to the state, so that's a bill to the state. You said what, Gabe?
She opened 2 businesses since this happened. Allegedly.
Well, no, she already had 2.
Oh, she already had 2, okay.
And she had 2 businesses, 2 jobs, 2 online college courses, and then she modeled and rapped.
All right,
So
that's right.
to go along with the other stuff.
She's the dub because she does things in twos.
So people are going to feel how they feel inside. Everybody wants to be heard, and even though if I don't care about the negative ones, I still respect everybody's opinion. It is what it is.
That is a very strong way to look at it. Just want to make sure
you was trolling your baby dad and mama. You don't care. You was trolling them folk doing their interview.
All right, we're ready. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. I know we were supposed to be starting at 10, but we black. So we're going to be a little bit late. But we have made it here at 10:58, and we're ready to get the show started. Y'all make sure y'all retweet the show, retweet space, retweet everywhere where you are, Rumble, Twitch, Kick, all of that. I think this is going to be a very good show. I also think there's going to be a lot of fireworks. Hopefully we'll be able to not only have a discussion about a very important thing, but we'll be able to find out a little bit more about the young ladies. I asked and raid somebody anytime I asked a dude I follow on Twitch and raid someone, and he timed my ass out for 10 minutes. Why did he time you out, Fury? Go over there and raid him again. Anyway, I am looking forward to the show. You might have seen the video go viral where a young lady talked about it got to a point where she said, you know what? It's time to let these kids go. Well, that young lady is here with me right now. Amora Lex is going to be telling us how she got to that point, answering questions from an asshole like me, and telling y'all about stories that we don't even know, that I just found out myself. You said, oh my God, not the low battery smoke. Shut up. Let's get the show started. I'm Tommy Sotomayor. Y'all know how I do it. Let's get it.
Oh, hell no, the nigga got me. I already got music in there, Tommy.
Yeah, forward in about 5 minutes.
5 minutes. That song is that long, ain't it?
Yeah.
And a bunch of other people. Amora Lex, how you going? How you doing?
Above all, I'm in good spirits. I'm okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Now, did you intend to go viral when you put that video out?
Yes. There was no other reason for her to do that shit publicly. If she had claimed she had already talked to the daddies and them, and they told her no, they had other kids and all that shit, she knew they didn't give a fuck. So why else did she do it? Her family already said they would help, just wait. And he also, he got a little partnership with Fox News now too, so he trying to clean up his image. He trying to clean up his image. I forgot about that. He said he worked for Fox News. He got a little thing going with him. But yeah, she definitely meant to go viral. The lady said she had a plan. She said, I'm not the only one that gave up my kids, but I'm the only one that's getting paid for it.
Oh, because when I tell you, I woke up the next day, people's...
I don't know, but well, you know what? Like, I take that back, because he still be on Rumble talking his shit. I think he went into his psychologist bag on this one, because she did say her first 2 kids were by great. So you got to kind of give the benefit of the doubt and fill out those details before you just... And I think he returns the energy that he's giving.
Exactly.
Like if you come in there and you owning up to everything, nigga can't beat up on you. Like it would almost be like beating up on the Riri child.
Exactly.
Like, girl, did you see this? Did you see this? And I was like, oh, I mean, I really just wanted documentation, and really I was thinking when I put it out, I was going to get like maybe 10 or 20 witnesses.
Documentation of what? Of what? What did you need documentation for? Who did you need to document that you were giving your kids up to? All you had to do was take your ass to the fire station like you did for 2 hours, and then when that didn't work, go to CPS. That's all you had to do. You came on 3 times in one day talking about this.
you know, because I was doing something I really didn't want to do, but I'm like, I know I'm going back for him, but I need documents.
Somebody said she looked like that thing off Ice Age. Y'all ain't shit.
So people know, like, I at least got 10 or 20 people who know, can say on that video, they heard me tell this lady I'm coming back for him, right? Mm-hmm. I was not expecting that at all.
That don't mean shit, because you said you coming back. That doesn't mean anything. I don't think she's going back, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think she is.
By the way, that smoke detector is going to be
at all.
Thing.
But
yeah, it's going to be a nuisance. See, they know the name. Well, let me put her up there. I only got one picture right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I also found the clip of y'all girl saying she was going to give away the No Limit Soldier outfit that she had on. I found the clip. I told you it took me about 2 hours to find it, but I found it. But if it hadn't been for transcripts and 2 times the speed, then it would have taken probably about 5 hours to find it.
My question is, who was the documentation for, though? For you to go live, and who was the documentation for?
I didn't even know
the documentation, I guess, for the people on the internet to say she said she was gonna go get them back.
But this is the thing. If you just honestly wanted to document what you was doing with your crazy ass, which I don't understand why you want to document that, but you can record. You don't have to go live and do what you did. I listen. I can't. I'm gonna listen.
And that was the third live. That was her third video that day.
Exactly. She got what she wanted. She got it.
Oh, and then some. She got money now, or some. You're gonna blow it.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna blow it. She was already talking about getting iced out and shit. Cuban chains and shit.
Right now, she can't even get a Guatemalan. Forget a Cuban at this point.
I love my kids so much, I'm getting rid of them.
To be honest, I don't think she wants them back. I don't think she wants them back, y'all. I don't think she wants them back.
Truth, I asked Trey the other day. I asked Trey, okay, if she had the choice of killing her children with no consequence, do you think she'd do it?
Well, I can't say that for sure, because to be honest, she could have. And that's why a lot of people are giving her grace, because they're saying, you know, she could have did that.
She didn't want to face the consequences.
Think about that.
She didn't want to face the consequences, but he's saying, had she been able to do it scot-free.
I can't say that. I can't say she didn't want him alive. I can't say that.
She was talking about having a aborting one of them at 5 months. She don't give no fucks. This lady is a horrible human being.
She is.
And I'm standing by. She not gonna get them back because she had babies at 15 and 16. She said by the time she got to her 6 weeks checkup, she was pregnant with her second child. She's had kids for the past 11 years. She ain't never not had kids. Past 15. She living her best life. She not studying them goddamn kids. But how is that going to affect the kids that they've gotten a test? We don't know. She didn't give a time limit. She didn't give an amount that she needed to go back. So what if it's 5 years from now she decides to go back? The 11-year-old is 16. The 11-year-old about to be 12 anyway. So it's the 16, 17-year-old. They've gotten attached to these people that they're around, and she just gonna pop back up. She don't give a fuck how them kids feel. She don't give a fuck about her twins being separated. Like, she didn't try to keep none of the goddamn kids. Okay, out of 5 of them, you ain't try to keep one. You ain't try to keep the twins. You just leave all 5 of them gone. Right. Then she was on live saying, anybody come get my child. Anybody.
And then she was in the
dads ain't shit, but they can come get them.
She's taunting the dead boyfriend's mother, right?
Yes. She got her own she got her own issues. I don't want to say she deserves it, but she's a nasty Christian woman herself. She's a preacher, and yeah, she was really, really nasty.
Damn.
She pretty much told them people on it. She said she told that girl and other people, y'all don't have the discerning gift that God gave me. Y'all can't see what God showed me.
Oh,
It's
okay.
only showed it. How do you argue with it?
Yeah. Some people just more blessed, I guess.
I just wasn't expecting all of this to happen.
Well, here's what we're gonna do. A lot of people may not have seen it, so we're gonna play because the version I have is the version that came from one of the websites. I didn't get your original version, but we only got this, and it's about 2 minutes. Is that how long the original video was, or was it longer than?
The video like 12 minutes. 12 to 18.
To be honest, I don't know because if it's not being shown to me from somebody, I haven't gone back to that video. So I can't tell you, to be honest.
I understand that. I had a video of me fucking a fat chick. I never went back and looked at that video at all. I was ashamed. Anyway, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at the video and you tell me what you remember about that day at the end of it. But ladies and gentlemen, here's the video that has gone viral.
I repeat, I was mad the motherfucker when I saw her say she enjoying her Mother's Day and she ain't got her damn kids.
Yep.
Where this young lady went inside of the CPS office and had made the declaration that it was time for her to have to let the kids go for her reasons. Here we go. Let's listen.
Schooling, my career, my health, nuts. Number one, my health, so I don't fucking die because I can't do shit for them if I'm dead. Yeah. I can't stop stressing if I don't have help, you know? So it's like, and it's like the dads didn't want to help me. They wanted to see me beat. I done lost everything so many fucking times. But you know what? Like I said, I'm going to come back for them. And as far as the whole foster home thing, like, will it be open? Will I still be able to, like, see them, bring them gifts and stuff? Like,
what they'll do is they'll set up visitation for you. Usually you're at the agency or a designation place, whatever the court orders. And you'll be able to see them weekly.
Okay, that's even better, that I can still see them.
You'll get to see them.
And I can still provide for them, right?
Correct.
Birthdays.
Gifts and
I bet if we were able to get them records, we would see she ain't going to visit them weekly. She is not taking up the visitation.
have all that.
Yeah, because like, it's only so much I can do. I mean, I just finished my last medical class today, so it's like I just have to study for my
Yeah.
I'm in 2 different colleges right now. One is through OSU for my national medical assistant license.
Okay, but if you want to show back here, I just think you'll interview the kids that talk to me and know that little ones won't be able to.
And if you ask Alex, it'll be everything from dinosaurs to siren head. You'll see what I'm talking about. They're intelligent.
Yeah, they seem like good kids.
They are into because they like because you know I told you we watch documentaries and stuff, so they are into a lot of Greek mythology, and like Indian myths and folklore. So
I know Greek mythology. I'm pretty good at it.
Yes. So sometimes you have to try to open the light or something, you know. And I mean,
she said that the family told her to keep the kids, we'll figure it out. But her response to them was, I ain't got time to figure it out. I need now. They need to be gone now. So she wasn't trying to hear that. She had a support system. She was saying her sister was, when she said she was homeless and all that stuff, she said the sister had the 5 kids and then she slept in the car because she was noble. So she's had a support system, but she's making it seem like she hasn't. But she got to realize, I don't give a damn how much support system you got. You got 5 kids. Don't nobody want to watch 5 kids at the same damn time.
Told them that early. I made sure I told them that there's nothing wrong.
That's her smoke alarm. She done made all this money doing interviews and ain't spent $1 on a 9-volt battery. She done showed plenty of other cash apps. Did y'all heard her online saying she was pulling up to the weed man to get an ounce? So she go to the studio, ain't bought a 9-volt battery. Fuck it.
And they didn't do anything wrong, and I don't want them to think that they're not enough because they're everything I ever wanted. I'm coming back for them. I don't care. I'm telling you, respectfully from my mouth, whatever you guys throw at me, whatever, no matter how you guys try to spin it, I'm coming back for my kids, and I am going to get my kids. So I blocked all my sisters. I blocked all my family because I don't like none of them bitches. I don't give a fuck about none of them bitches. I'm cool.
That sounds like a ghetto mess.
Obviously, unfortunately.
Hell no.
I don't have a boyfriend, but the nigga I was fucking, that nigga, I cut my ties with him. If the dads didn't fucking care, why the fuck do I gotta care? And you know, it's sad because I do fucking care. I obviously fucking care. I love the fuck out of them. And I'm gonna come back for my babies, and I'm gonna give them the fuck.
Well. Okay, let's go ahead and let's get to it. There's ain't nothing to it but to do it. Gotta go ahead and get into it. Now let me ask you something. When you went there that day, what was going through your mind? What was the final straw that made you say, I have to
fuck them kids,
make this move? Because that's a big move to decide that you're going to give your kids to the state.
Yeah, this is after I've exhausted every resource there was. I didn't seek, and I've actually tried calling literally days prior to this. I've actually tried to call them on myself to try to get assistance and help. It wasn't happening. I called the cops on myself. Yeah, I tried literally every fucking thing.
You called the cops on yourself. Explain how that went. What did you say when you called 911? What did you say to them? I'd love to hear this.
So it was like, hold on, let me back this up. So when I called the cops on me, I was just like, hey, I can't do my kids right now. Like, I need help. I can't provide for them. I don't want them right now. I can't do shit for them, like literally at all.
And when you say them, how many of them are there?
I have 5 beautiful kids.
How old are they? What are their ages?
11, 10, 5, and my twins are 2.
11, 10, 5, and 2. And how old are you?
I'm 27.
Okay, so you're young. How many fathers, if I can ask? You got
2. So you just pushed babies out 2 years. So you wasn't tired of kids when you had these twins. When you was fucking 2 years ago, you wasn't tired of dick. When you had the 5-year-old, you wasn't tired of dick.
Twins, 11, 10, 5, and some twins. How many fathers are there?
Them twins came in there.
There's 3 altogether, but only 2 of them are living.
Okay, 3 altogether, only 2 living. How much help are you getting from them?
None. I really wish I was getting help. Even still, after I went viral, I haven't heard nothing from them. Neither parties.
Because you didn't talk shit about them. What you want them to say to you? They probably talked to CPS, but what do they got to say to you? You've been talking shit about them.
If they weren't there before, I would assume that they probably didn't want to be a part of this. To them, this would probably be mess. Because like you said, you've been dealing with mess. So surely they don't want to step into it if they weren't there before. So you say you have twins. Is the twins' father alive? He's alive? Yes.
Yeah, I saw that on Nick Junk. That's why we're going to go into it. But we're going to listen to that because the girl, the FBI, checked into it. The kids were snatched once before because of the allegations. So she was investigated. They ain't bring no charges against her. And then she said one time it went to the grand jury, but the grand jury declined to indict. But they actually got people that they said sold or gave him the laced drugs. Mama ain't satisfied with it.
He's alive, healthy, and able.
What happened with you guys?
He wasn't shit. I wasn't going to stick around for it. I mean, I already spent, I'm not going to say he wasn't there at all for, my pregnancy.
What happened with you? They weren't there before. So you say you have twins. Is the twins' father alive? He's alive? Yes?
He's alive, healthy, and able.
What happened with you guys?
He wasn't shit. I wasn't going to stick around for it. I mean,
the first baby daddy the first baby daddy raped her. He wasn't shit. She got 18 and she split on him after having 2 babies. Then she met the deceased baby daddy, who she said turned out to be a monster. And then the nigga that she had the twins with, he ain't shit neither. What are the odds? That all she just loved to get pregnant by any shit niggas. Now she could get pregnant by niggas that shit. She could get pregnant by lawyers, basketball players, football players, soccer players, computer geeks. The nigga just anywhere. Nope. She don't like them. Her pussy is allergic to niggas that get, that aren't considered ain't shit by her standards. Pussy's allergic to it.
Did you say what are the odds?
Like, I'm not gonna say he wasn't.
Huh?
You said what are the odds? The odds are 1 to 1.
Here at all for like my pregnancy, but I spent most of my pregnancy alone because I wasn't gonna deal with some of the stuff that he was doing. I'm not the infidelity, the cheating, verbally and physically abusive, and I'm not gonna make it seem like he continuously beat my ass. So it's it's like sporadic.
He didn't off and on beat your ass. He didn't do it all the time. He gave you a break.
Yeah, he did it less than anybody else, I could say, but he still did it.
Wait a minute, why did you, so hold on a second. So you've been physically abused by more than one man?
Yeah, I do have a slick ass mouth, but it don't make it right because I don't hit them. And I ain't gonna lie, if they hit me though, I'm honestly not gonna win the fight, but I'm gonna try to put up one.
You ain't no punk. But, you ready to scrap. You down for the scrap.
I mean, if you try to hit me, I get we arguing and stuff, but what the fuck you
why you gotta, if you know you got a slick ass mouth and you know what happens with the slick ass mouth, why have one?
Man, because I'll be trying. Look, I'm the type. Don't even. I got a slick ass mouth, but it's only like once you take me there.
Like, what are we doing here?
It's just a question, Truth. You could avoid situations.
My ass. Now, I don't like the hoe. I don't like her. But what you not gonna do is sit there and say just because she got a slick mouth, she deserves to hit. Fuck that.
Truth.
What?
Here's reality though. Here's reality. She just said this last dude, the twins daddy, beat her for her slick mouth less than anybody else. Wouldn't you just stop talking slick to avoid getting beat? Because apparently every man she picks, she picked beat her ass.
Well, I mean that goes to what her self-esteem is like. But what I'm saying, you're not gonna sit up here and make it. You ain't gonna sit up here and say, "Oh, watch your mouth." A grown ass adult woman, watch your mouth, or you gonna get beaten. No, that's not cool. That's not cool.
If she got a slick mouth, she probably passing licks too.
Well, that's not what was said. That's not what was said.
We can skip it back because she said she ready to throw them things now. I
heard her say that.
She's a scrapper.
I heard her say that.
So the slick mouth normally come with bitch ass nigga and a punch or a mush to the face.
No, that's not true. That's not true. What usually happens? What usually happens is a woman with a slick mouth is slick at the mouth, and the man can't take it. And he put his hands on the woman because her mouth slick. Let me tell you something. If you don't like a slick mouth, get rid of the bitch. You don't put your hands on her. She do seem loony local. Don't get it twisted. She loony as motherfucker. She loony. But still, I don't. It's no excuse for putting your hands on a woman. If she got a slick mouth and you can't tolerate it, get rid of the hoe. Period. You're not gonna sit up here and like that shit is cool because a woman got a slick mouth. Then it's okay to put your hand. No, it's not.
No, he didn't say it was okay. He didn't say it was okay. He said, why you keep doing something that's getting you beat up?
Because she's a grown ass motherfucking woman, and the fact of the matter is she shouldn't get beat up for running her mouth. If you don't like her mouth, leave the relationship.
Well, Truth. In real life, if she talks shit to a girl or a stranger on the street, 9 times out of 10 they will fight.
We're not talking about a girl train. We're not talking about a train.
Why is it different?
Why are you trying to change the scenario? Why are you trying to change the scenario, Trey?
If she talks slick to a woman, she got to fight.
A woman is not a nooker.
All niggas are not taught all niggas are not taught not to hit women. In fact, it's a lot of men that tell you they mama told them if somebody hit you, hit them back. I don't care who it is.
Go to hell, Trey.
Wow. Go to hell.
I said it.
The three most powerful words in the sector. Did you get them messages I sent you? Sean is a real. She a big kid now. She doing what the rest of the motherfuckers do. Now, she wasn't tagged in the post at all. Just her first name, but she wasn't tagged in it. It was just a question answered, and she had to come over there. Yes, I did. Why you mad at me? Man, what the fuck is wrong with you? How did you even know that existed?
I wish everybody knew how to ignore like me. I'm just saying. And I don't even understand why the bitch is showing up in comment sections at this point. Well, I teach my son, if a bitch knock you, slam that hoe.
And see, this is real life though, because if two people got a slick mouth, somebody gonna throw a blow. Somebody. And if the woman throws the blow, it's some man that's gonna fight back.
I understand that, Trey, and I even understand what Loca is saying, but that's not the scenario here. You making up scenarios. I'm only going by what's being said right here, right now.
And we just taking this lady word for it.
Truth, the more the more you're gonna realize that she's.
That's all we can do until somebody come out and say different, even though we don't believe her.
And she said he beat me worse than anybody. Well, she said he beat her less than everybody else. Less than.
Yep. This girl, she's seen some things.
Let me tell you something. And I'm not going to say this but one more time.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to say it but one more time, Trey. I'm not. And I'm going to say it in English, not Spanish. I don't give a fuck.
That almost sounds like a dig.
Unless it's the circumstance where the man feel like he's defending himself, unless the woman just going crazy and beating on him, there's no reason for a man to put. I don't give a fuck if she call you all kind of bitches, hoes, gay, nickel, all that. I don't care. If it's just words, there's no reason for a man to put his hands on a woman. Period. Now, if she now this is the thing. If she throwing blows. And the man feel like to defend himself. Hey, go for it.
I'm finna put you on the spot, Truth. I'm finna put you on the spot. Hot button topic. How do you feel like trans men doing combat sports against women?
I don't think that's right. I don't think that's cool. I don't think that's right.
Okay, I was just checking. I was just checking.
Try don't play with me.
I was just checking to see if you were gonna say it was still a man. I was just saying because it's been girls out here getting their teeth and shit knocked out fighting these niggas.
No, I don't think that's fair at all. I don't care. I don't think that's fair.
Leah, that is crazy. In the military, in war, you will kill a woman if that woman is drawing down on you.
Yep.
Women gotta keep their hands to themselves, man. You can avoid a lot of that by women just keeping their hands to themselves. But then you'll still have your Ike Turners, but for the most part, we could avoid a lot of stuff if everybody was taught to keep their damn hands to themselves.
Well said.
Somebody else I can say, but he still did it.
Wait a minute, why did you, so hold on a second. So you've been...
Melissa said they're going to interrupt the young and the restless to do the breaking news story.
Hey, Luca.
What's going on?
Hey, y'all arguing? I thought it would be a good time to come on up.
We don't be arguing, we be debating.
Okay, now.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Trey know not to argue with me, Loca. How you doing, girl?
I'm good, girl. But no, listen, I get what you were saying. You basically saying that you don't agree with him trying to make it seem like something that she could verbally say, or just because her mouth is bad don't mean that she should get hands put on her. And I agree with that.
That's all I was saying, yep.
Yeah, but see, I think that's his tactic to get her to tell who she really is.
And you may be right on that too. You may be right on that as well, because he do wants to kind of I don't want to manipulate, but try to get her to show the real her without him being so harsh.
She
I
easily does it to
get it.
herself.
Well, you're gonna be surprised because yeah, he actually handles her in a different type of way, more different than what people are used to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But no, real quick, if y'all don't mind, I want to elaborate on the mothers teaching their sons not to put their hands on a woman, period. Can I elaborate on that?
Let's go. I'm interested. Let's go.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, do y'all know that females can hurt a man just as much as a man can be a danger to a woman? Okay, so
I agree. I agree.
Bitches will stab. I know a female that stuck a pencil right through a man's ear just because she had a bad temper. She probably didn't mean to, but that temper took over. A female might pull a blade out on you. You know, all it takes is for you to be cut, hit, stabbed where a main artery is, and you out of here. I feel like a female can do just as much damage as a male. Do I teach my sons to just go falling off and hitting women? No, but they have to know the danger of if they are in a domestic situation with a female, because females can be verbally and physically abusive as well. What y'all think about that?
I totally agree with you.
If I was a girl and every time I was with a nigga, I said some shit so foul that I ended up getting my ass whooped, I think I would watch what I say to people. That's just
Trey,
me,
now you taking me back. You taking me back, Trey, because no, you can't say just because.
It's my opinion. In order.
Okay. All right, your opinion. Like I said, local. If it's any time it's okay for a man to put his hand on a woman, if he has to defend himself, because there are women that play dirty. There are women that will antagonize a man. So you got to be careful with that too, because there are some women out there that knows that if the cops are called, most likely they're going to take that man away. So you have to be very, very careful, because there are some women out there that'll lie on a man, that would antagonize a man. It's all sort of, all kind of situations. And I agree with you. Yeah, if you sitting up there and you and this woman is arguing and you putting her hands on, you feel like the only way to defend yourself, that hey, do what you gotta do. Cause just like a woman don't want a man putting their hands on her, she shouldn't do it either.
Right, and that's another thing. So I get what he's saying. So for instance, a certain type of female will pick a certain type of male. So if it's like an alpha female or a dominant female, she's gonna 9 times out of 10, she's not gonna pick that man that'll slap fire from her. You know what I'm saying? Like, people know who to play with, and that gets confirmed from the jump. That's just my opinion. Like, for instance, I think that if a female is the type to like poke at a nigga, call a nigga bitches, put her hands on them, slap them, shove them, do whatever I like that, then she's gonna pick a male that'll tolerate that. But on the other hand, a male who will slap the shit out of you will already have that established from the gate. It's all about respect. When you start.
So what you're saying is basically some women know who to mess with, who to play with, and who not to play with.
Yeah, and that's for the man to establish. I feel like from jump, like me, I have a bad mouth. I'm a dominant female, but I know who to do that with and who not to. You know, because I ain't gonna lie, I don't put my hands on a couple niggas before. I have. Because that antagonizing thing, people can trigger you, and that thing can go both ways. But
Truth gonna act like she ain't stabbed a nigga before. She tripping. She always act like she ain't did shit.
Trey, I have never stabbed a nooker before, Trey. I have never stabbed.
You ain't never bleached no clothes, stabbed no ties, and nothing. See, I don't like talking to you. You don't keep it 100.
I can't help it if I ain't no thug. I never done it. Ever. I'm sorry, Trey. I ain't the bad girl.
I feel like if he let her talk long enough, she gonna come out and tell you exactly what role she played and why she can't keep her baby daddy.
Yeah.
You know why she's not cool with the kids' father's family, because we learned that as well. So yeah,
I would hate to say that it's her because I don't want to. I don't want to do that. But it's got to be something. And the mere fact that she's the type of person that would do what she did, it's something about her.
It's something about her. I think she's loony. But nah, I just came up here and say I agree with that. Like, just because my mouth is bad, don't give you a pass to put your hands on me. But also, I know who to play with and who not to. Okay, y'all. Thank y'all for letting me come up, though.
Are you welcome, Logan? Thanks for coming up here.
Thanks for coming. But it's a crazy clip I just seen, Gabe. I saw that story about 15 minutes before I went live. It's a crazy news story. I want y'all to see.
So I'm just gonna go pick out a random dude and bleach his clothes real fast, so you can
You might not want to do that, Truth.
I'm gonna get mad at an ex and think about something and just go stab him real quick. Would that make you happy?
Margie, your brothers ain't bulletproof.
I know that, right, me, Marge.
I hear there's also a video going around where this girl was bullying this dad's child. I don't know if the dad's child was male or female, but they had asked the child to stop bullying. They wrote letters. They went to parent-teacher meetings, and he said, well, since you wouldn't stop bullying,
whoop that ass.
We gonna jump. Yeah, they jumped him and his brothers jumped the daddy, and she had to watch it. He was like, I'm sorry you had to watch it. Go get you some counseling or something. But you need to know that in life it comes with consequences. You too young to face the consequences for bullying, so your daddy got his ass whooped. Now, see, the thing about that is, if that's true, if the dad that got his ass whooped come back and shoot some niggas up, we understand why. I don't know if it was real or not. And I saw a guy in the car acting like he's saying this, but I hadn't seen actual footage.
Been physically abused by more than one man?
Yeah, I do have a slick ass mouth, but it don't make it right because I don't hit them. And I ain't gonna lie, if they hit me though, I'm obviously not gonna win the fight, but I'm gonna try to put up one.
You ain't no punk.
But, you know,
you ready to scrap? You down for the scrap?
I mean, if you try to hit me, I get we arguing and stuff, but what the fuck you?
Why you got if you know you got a slick ass mouth and you know what happens with the slick ass mouth? Why have one?
Man, because I'll be trying. Look, I'm the type. Don't get me wrong. I got a slick ass mouth, but it's only like once you take me there, you start like continuously picking at me. Because like I will hold on to a whole bunch of stuff, or I'll just try to let it go. Because I really don't like drama. I really don't like being confrontational. But I'm not gonna make it seem like I've never been that way. Like, you know, at the end of the day, like, how can I put it? Once you take me there and you just keep doing stuff, and I keep telling you to leave me alone, and you just not getting the hint, then I'm gonna give you what you was looking for. But
so you believe that people should get the hint? You believe if somebody give you the signal, you should get the hint?
Yeah, like I don't mind sitting down, talking to somebody and talking it out, because I get there's going to be emotions involved. You know, there's going to be something they say that I don't like, something they say I don't like. We can, you know, take a break, come back, but it's not always going to be like that. I'm not going to say I've always been that way either. But as I've, you know, gotten older and I've learned to, you know, deal with certain shit in a different way.
Well, let me tell you something. That smoke detector is giving you a signal. You have not gotten the hint. It just keep going off. It just keep beeping, and you have not gotten the hit to change that battery. That smoke detector in the background. I'm gonna need you to do that. Let's talk a little bit about this now. Now, you said that these men are abusive. Do you believe that you hold any responsibility in picking abusive men?
Absolutely. I have no idea what actual real love looks like. I don't know what a real man looks like, but I know the type of love that I want. You know, and it's the type of love I've tried to give out and thinking I was going to get in return. I'm not saying I've always been like kind of naive, a hopeless romantic, but well.
So what?
Here we go with the daddy issues again. She said she don't know. Didn't she say she don't know what a real man looks like? Isn't that
Yep.
what you said? Okay.
Yep. She don't know what that is.
Up until like a couple of years ago or whatever, I've always been like a hopeless romantic and stuff. So, I would see past a lot of the stuff that I should have looked at and said, oh, that's a fucking red flag. But I'm like, you know what? People got, bullshit. People got baggage. Well, I got fucking baggage. But you know what? People change. I tried to, and that was my fault. I tried to see the good in people when it wasn't fair. So, yeah, it was just, yeah.
What is your
So
relationship? Go ahead.
Huh?
I was just wondering, what is your relationship with your father and mother?
My relationship with my mom is a lot better now. It's actually pretty good. My dad's, it's the same as it's always been.
But she said she wasn't going to talk to her mama no more. She said she knew she wasn't going to be able to talk to her mama no more after giving them kids up, and she was willing to make that decision. She was willing to not talk to him. But now it's great.
I haven't talked to him. I don't talk to him. My dad, he was gang affiliated, so he was shot 3 times in his head and twice in his chest. So miraculously, they was able to get him to survive, but he ain't, obviously he's not all the way there. No, he's obviously just not all the way there.
Understand. So you haven't really had a relationship with him throughout your life.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So your relationship with your mom, you said it's getting better. Where was it before it was better?
It's better now, but before it wasn't good.
Explain. You got to be allowed to give you a little bit of background. I'm a psychologist, so I'm trying to find. You said you're trying to find some things.
See, Cheryl, he ain't no coach. He ain't no life coach, no wizard or nothing. He's a psychologist. Psychologist. And guess what? With him saying that, you know what had never happened? Rumble or YouTube or Twitter or IG or TikTok will ever contact him and say, we need to see your credentials because you just said you was a psychologist. It just doesn't happen. The man had been on YouTube damn near 12 years. If not longer. Never been asked for it. Not by YouTube. Niggas have asked to see his degrees and things of that nature, but not YouTube. Never one email.
Relationship with your mom, you said it's getting better. Where was it before it was better?
It's better now, but before it wasn't good.
Explain. You got to be allowed to give you a little bit of background. I'm a psychologist, so I'm trying to find. You said you're trying to find some things out about yourself. I'm trying to help.
I didn't know you were a psychologist. I think that's bomb as fuck. I would like to continue talking to you. I obviously do need that, but I'm sorry.
No, we're good.
So, I grew up pretty angry. And I'm sorry, that's my daughter downstairs throwing.
I hear it. Sound like she having a good time. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So she did keep some kids. Wait, are the kids gone or not? Because that's a baby.
That's why I'm confused at. That's why I'm confused, right?
Because I had been hearing the baby, but I thought maybe I was hearing shit. I was like, maybe that's the smoke detector. But she said that's her daughter downstairs.
See, you need to get out that shit. Like, honestly, you need to get out that shit.
No, I just, it's verified because, we heard. So who downstairs with the baby?
No, it says here,
I
according to
don't
Google
know.
News, it says she just forgot about kid number 6 and 7.
Cause what sense does it make to give up some of the kids and not all of the kids? That don't make sense to me.
Well,
That's
now remember,
weird.
Truth, I had just said, shit, you ain't trying to keep none of them. Like, at least the set of twins and the daughters, which daughter? The youngest ones are twins, and she said that's her daughter.
I got a feeling if you go and turn your, I don't know for facts, never dealt with it like that, but if you turn any of your kids over to CPS, look like to me they would take all of them. Because if you feel like you can't take care of those, then you can't take care of these. Like that's weird to me that CPS would even take some of the kids and not all. That don't make sense to me. So apparently she must have the kids.
And this interview was the night after Nick at Night interviewed her, and in none of those interviews did she hint that the kids weren't taken. She was on her live. I can promise you, the kid, the next day when she was talking about getting the Zai and going to the studio, she was like, I can promise you, the kids ain't with the dad. It's fuck all this shit they talking about.
You know, she probably is not saying anything. She might have them and just doesn't want to say anything because she wants people to think that they're with CPS because the money's good right now.
Well, it would be better if the kids are there and people are sending her the financial help that she claims she needs. But if the kids are going, that was my main objection is like, wait a minute. If you no longer have your kids, you by yourself, then how in the fuck are people giving you money and resources for kids that you don't have?
See,
and
right.
if she was turning up and doing all these interviews, where the fuck were the kids?
You're right. It would be smarter to do it that way, but she's stupid. So it's better for her to not say anything.
I'm so confused by her and the child in the background. Let's see if Tuma asks her, wait a minute, what the kid doing now?
I'm sorry, that's my daughter downstairs.
No, I hear it sound like she having a good time. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Who watching her?
That's the one. She got lungs on her. But yeah, so like the relationship with my mom, it wasn't good. You know, I grew up pretty withdrawn and angry. I lived inside my head damn near all my life because it was like the safest place for me, if that makes sense.
What were some of the things that made the relationship rocky between your mom and your
Well, the shit the viral moment happened on May 4th. So they may have made her come back and get them mugs. She told Neek that someone has the kids, so it wasn't the state.
She hasn't, like...
We gotta finish Neek interview.
I think I really started paying attention to it when I was 5, but I actually don't really remember my mom being sober. She had like an alcohol problem.
So your dad was gang affiliated. Your mom had an alcohol problem. And how did that cause you guys a problem? Did you feel like she was close to you? Was she abusive? Was she aloof? Were you guys just not close? You couldn't talk? What was the biggest thing that you think hindered your relationship from being where it is now?
The reason for like our relationship being good now is because
the first two are boys. The first two are boys, 11 and the 10-year-old are boys. And then she got a girl and a set of twins.
It took time to grow up, understand, and experience life. But she didn't really have a good mom. Her mom was an actual crackhead and prostitute. My mom was sold. So, my mom has trauma to unpack and stuff, which, but anyway.
Generational curses, Lord.
I'm sorry, but I kind of just...
Well, I was just trying to find out, like, what was the strain between you two? Was it... Talk? Was she abusive? What was the strain? What was the issue, the problem, which made you end up having...
She got pregnant at 15.
And live in your head, as you say.
So I felt like not only was I not getting attention from her, but like even if I tried to, talk to her or something, it's like she wasn't interested at all. She was very withdrawn. Because it was a point in time where I actually really do remember my mom being like the absolute best mom I could ever think and imagine. And it's just like one day it just stopped and it's like she checked out. So, it's like she was there, but she wasn't there. She was somewhere else.
Okay, so how many siblings do you have?
Well, growing up on my mom's side, my mom has 5 kids altogether, so 4 siblings on her side. But all together, I have about 20. Well, altogether, it's 26 of us from my mom and my dad.
From your mom and your dad?
26.
Not just my mom and dad, but like my mom has her kids and my dad. Only 4 of my siblings are from my mom. The other ones is from my dad.
Okay.
Other 22.
Damn.
Okay, so you didn't have a relationship with your dad.
Damn. He was fucking all the gals on set.
Not the gals.
He was fucking all the gals on set. Damn, the nigga had 22. Bow, bow, bow.
Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Your mom, you said that her mom was into drugs. Do you understand that a lot of this is just a generational curse that you guys, you nor her, nor the father, nor the fathers of your children have decided to stop the curse of abandonment, abuse?
I actually have realized that, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing now. I'm not abandoning on my kids. I obviously see my kids almost every day. Like I said, I still.
How you see your kids almost every day? If someone got the kids, she told Nick someone had the kids, but she said she ain't had no help with these damn kids.
Have legal custody of my kids, but I do realize that there's a pattern here between. I'm not abandoning on my kids. I obviously see my kids almost every day. Like I said, I still have legal custody of my kids, but I do realize that there's a pattern here between each generation.
Well, they can't be with CPS if she still got legal custody of them. Which is why we hear a baby downstairs.
Obviously, that's why I'm out there. Like, I'm putting myself out there. I'm gonna break the general, curse here in my family. But above all, I'm trying to change.
Don't just bloop. No, do not blow past that word, young lady. Say it.
My kids. I obviously see my kids almost every day. Like I said, I still have legal custody of my kids, but I do realize that there's a pattern here between each generation. Obviously, that's why I'm out there. Like, I'm putting myself out there. I'm gonna break the general, curse here in my family. But above all, I'm trying to change my narrative for me and my children. If that makes sense.
Yeah. So what was going on? And I'm going to get back to the fathers of the children and your situation with them. But I want to know, what was the straw that broke the camel's back that made you walk into that office and say, "I've had enough. I can't do it alone"?
I've only done one other interview where I actually did disclose this, but I literally just started. I was having like this pressure like in my chest, and I didn't know what it was. It wasn't going away with rest or medicine, so I ended up going to the hospital. And it was a very long time, like literally just 2 weeks straight. I ended up, noticing they left my EKG on the thing when I went to the hospital. Mind you, I didn't go to the hospital over and over again for 2 weeks. I'm saying I had the pain and stuff for 2 weeks, and I went to the hospital because it wasn't getting better. But I went to the hospital. They left my EKG on the thing, and I didn't tell anybody I was in medical school. And we had already finished the class. I graduated that class. I just have to get my national license. But anyway, they don't know I know how to read an EKG. So I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at a sinus arrest. My heart rate is well above higher than what I'm breathing. So like my heart is beating faster than I'm breathing. So like not only was I having stress-induced heart attacks, but my chest was literally getting ready to bust out of my chest, like it's getting ready to explode. So I literally tried everything I could, and as well as holding on to my babies, literally until it's almost killed me. And that's why I was telling her I can't do anything for them if I did. I can't stop stressing if I don't have help.
And when you went there, their response is, because it seems like the woman was pretty nice. So what they would do is find and you can tell me if I'm correct or not, will they find a foster parent that can take either all or some of the kids to help you out?
No. So what ended up happening after the camera stopped rolling, when I ended up going back in, and they were like, okay, well, it's really late. You're kind of not stable right now from, place to place and stuff. They'll stay here. So they stayed that Friday and that Saturday. So come Sunday, mind you, we have not gone to court for anything at all. And technically I don't have an open case with them yet.
So this is fairly new. Like this just happened.
This was last Friday.
Oh, so this was real time. When you put it up, that was real time.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
And that's why I said I wanted my documentation in real time of me telling this lady I was coming back. I got a plan. Granted, this wasn't the plan, but so anyway.
So what was the plan? And then she constantly swinging them goddamn braids.
Come Sunday, I finally get a hold of somebody. They called me and they was like, okay, and they even said it that Friday night, but they let them stay for them, too. So anyway, they were saying like, we obviously see like you really do love your kids. There really isn't an actual concern, of neglect or abuse or well-being, further well-being and stuff. So we don't want to take them, because if we do take them, it's going to be harder for you to get them back, and it'll be for nothing at all. So, they were like, mind you, at this time, my video had already gone viral. So some of the people that I didn't actually think of, I hadn't talked to them, so long. Some people came forward, and I was like, you know what? I do know this person. I didn't think about this person. So they pretty much told me that If I can find somebody, people to take my kids, I couldn't find anybody to take off my
You
kids.
hadn't talked to these people in forever, but you trusted them with your goddamn kids. Still making poor decisions after the viral moment.
I even tried to keep the 3 youngest ones together.
My
A lot of
thing
people
is,
got
okay,
shit going on.
when people do shit like this, we all know they're doing it for a viral moment. Like, honestly, I honestly do believe these people do it for a viral moment. But this is the thing. What in the hell is coming to social media doing other than your viral moment and this and the third? Like, how is it going to help you in real life when it comes to... Because, see, this woman needs help. See, even if she still got her kids, or even if she don't, and before she can get her kids back, she should be required to get some help. Because the next time, it may not turn out this way. The next time, it might be totally different.
Yeah, she still has them. And Local made a good point. I don't know if it was the exact point I'm about to make, but she was saying how those kids going to be affected if she get visitation on the weekend. But how are those that 11 and 10-year-old, this is the social media age, you don't think they friends are fucking with them, talking about y'all mama don't want y'all in real time?
Why does she still have the kids though? Why does she still have them?
Explaining. She just explained it. Social services said there's not a concern. They talked to the kids. The kids didn't say mama was beating on them or nothing. They eat all that stuff. There's no neglect. That's why I don't. Other than her being tired, there's no reason for them to intervene.
And see, this is what I don't get about social services. They'll take away kids that there's false reports put on. You know what I'm saying? Somebody called with a false report, or a teacher called and say, oh, the child came to school with a scratch and things of that nature. But you got this woman flat out telling you she don't want the kids. You can tell she's angry. You can tell she's Looney Tunes, wackadoodle. Now, what if she do something to those kids? What if she do something to those kids?
They gave her a weekend break.
You know what? I can't. I just can't.
I mean, that is something.
It's just not possible. So they was like, if you can find somebody to take in your kids or whatever, you don't have to have an open CPS case because technically they're not being abused or neglected. You're only here because you're trying to seek help and you don't have literally, I really didn't have nothing else, because a lot of people don't know that now that I'm viral and the dads are trying to come out and speak. I sent one of the dads an email days, prior to me taking them. I got nothing back. So I don't have his, phone information. And then, and mind you, the first one, he was like a last resort because we already have a history. But mind you, I didn't want to give them up. I really didn't.
You know what, Trey? I'm sorry. Stop it. Go ahead. Say what you guys said, and I'm gonna say what I got.
You said when you see one of your baby daddies, you was gonna kill him, and you were for real. And then you also said they haven't been talking. You said that you ain't heard from them since it came out. But what they talking in? How you know they talking?
See, this is where a lot of women fuck up. This is where a lot of women fuck up. They focus be on the wrong motherfucking thing. You so focus on the daddies and what the daddies ain't doing that you can't focus on doing what you need to be doing. See, this is the thing. We all know that a dad is supposed to take care of their children, their children. But of course, you go out here and fuck these deadbeats that ain't taking care of the child. What you do is, because you can't make a nigga do nothing, but the state can. The state can. You check what you do when you got a daddy who don't want to do the fuck he need to do. Thank you, baby. What you do is you take your ass downtown to the courthouse, you put them papers on their ass, and you let it go. And you, as a mother, you do what you gotta do to take care of your kids. Quit focusing on that nigga. You chose him. And he's choosing not to do for his kids. But the motherfucker wouldn't get away with scot-free when it comes to me. I'm gonna put your ass on these papers. Either you gonna pay what these folks tell you to pay, or you going to jail. And then I'm gonna do it. She focused on the wrong thing, Trey. She focused on the wrong thing. What you got?
I said that the other night.
I'm so sick of her mentioning these men and what they're not doing. I'm sick of it.
Well, I said the other night. Well, the other night she just kept focusing on what they had going on in their lives. She was just talking about that.
That's true, and there's some trifling men that'll do that. Like that motherfucker gonna go to jail.
You cut out, Truth. Hold on, I was trying to.
It just sounds
Your
to me
mic
like she
was
likes
doing a little do thing.
You
It's
can't
gone
make
now.
you can't make a motherfucker do anything yours truly true enough. Cause it is some men that'll literally quit their job not to pay. But he gonna pay for that in the long run. All I'm saying is in the meantime, in between time, you can't focus on what he's not doing. You gotta do what you gotta do as a mother. Shit. Just because the dad decide he don't want to do right, like I said, you do what you need to do. Let that shit go and take care of your motherfucking seeds. That's all I'm saying. Why you gonna stay focused on the men if they not doing what they supposed to do? Have you gone down there and attempted to put them on child support? Have you done your part? I'm just saying, man. The children need a parent. If they can't have both, they need at least one. Sick ass.
We didn't know, so I was trying to really put a lot of shit to the side and really trying to figure it out. But that wasn't an alternative I was willing to go. So like, all I did was out. Huh?
Did he want them?
Well, one didn't. He never responded. But now that I'm going viral and stuff, he's trying to do interviews and trying to be heard. And I still haven't heard from him now. And I actually haven't heard him yet on any interview. But he wants to do interviews. The other one, he told me he didn't want them. I even had one of the officers
He wants to do interviews, yet he ain't done one. And you've been viral since the 4th.
Because I'm like, shit, he don't want to listen to me because, you know, we obviously don't see eye to eye. And that's cool. It don't have nothing to do with the kids. But, you know, he likes to keep things going and whatnot. But I'm like, you know, if the cop talks to him, maybe he actually might realize that's serious. I really do need some fucking help. Like, this is it. I really need some damn help. Nothing. He told this lady that he got 2 babies on the way with 2 different women, and he ain't got time for my twins right now. So she was just like, wow. So when the other cop that was with her said, you know, was, you know,
let me ask you a question before you continue to go on.
Now she recorded everything else, but she didn't record that conversation between the cop and him. You gotta take her word for it.
And you understand that? You remember you said that you have 5, that you had them on purpose. You have 5 and you needed a break. Well, him being a man and him saying, I got kids and I got some on the way, I don't have time. Do you kind of understand that though? Like when you heard it, did you kind of understand?
I do. Okay. I do, but it's only different when he's not taking care of any of them. Because
so then adding 2 more onto his plate would be, that's a lot. If you ain't doing nothing and somebody give you if you ain't lifting no weights and somebody give you 10 pounds, that's a lot of weight.
Well, I feel like after 3 years of not doing anything at all, you know, he's had time to get himself established.
Was he established when you got pregnant?
No, he was trying to get established.
You got established.
That was a trick question. Was he established? Okay, so if he was not established, then let me ask you something. Why did you make him a father?
So, and I'm actually glad you asked this. So the story behind my pregnancy, how I found out. So I'm actually already very fertile. So when I got pregnant, I was on birth control, but
I'm already very fertile. So it's 95%.
She was already on birth control.
Yeah, all my baby mama was fertile too, I guess. I got my own stories. I got my own stories. I've been through some things.
Most women are fertile. I'm sad to say. Unless you got issues, most women are fertile. Come on now.
That's what I just said that. I said most women are fertile. She act like she's special.
Exactly.
She's just irresponsible.
Very. My thing is this,
irresponsible too.
My thing is this: you got dreams and aspirations now, and I know. I think y'all said the first 2 babies came from an assault.
That's just what she said. We ain't verified that because she said so the statute of limitations up, and she done tried to get justice, and nobody will hear her cause.
Okay, well, this is the thing. Even if we go with the 2 kids, did you not have dreams and aspirations before you started spitting them babies out like roaches? Like, I'm just saying, like, before you start having all them babies, did you not have dreams and aspirations? When did the dreams and aspirations come into play? After you had all them children? Because my thing is this: if you got dreams and aspirations and know you want to accomplish certain things in life, why sit there and have all them babies? See, I'm thinking, Trey, that she's one of those chicks that get pregnant to try to keep a nickel. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking she get pregnant by a man to try to keep them, and they don't stick around.
And to keep them benefits.
Maybe. That's just my opinion. I don't know for facts. That's just what I'm getting from her.
If you're always pregnant, you ain't got to work.
Well, I mean, if that's what kind of life you want to live, I'm just saying that's ridiculous. But that's how a lot of women think, and it's sad. It's sad.
But for when I already knew he wasn't, nothing. So around the time that I was kind of leaving him alone, because like I said, I was, out there. I didn't want to like fully find a whole bunch of people to fuck. So I had one person. But once I realized he wasn't shit, I really just didn't want to deal with him. So anyway, around the time I was kind of separate myself from him, I found out I was pregnant. But I didn't think it was actually going to be possible because yes, I am very fertile.
She already got 3 kids, but she don't want to seem out there. She don't want to seem like she just fucking, so she just got one dick she fucking. Even though he ain't shit, she don't want to just be out there.
My youngest son is actually a birth control baby, but I thought I was being smart. And I took a plan B while I was on birth control, but I didn't find out until like it was already too late. Like I'm pregnant. I didn't find out.
Now she said that shit twice.
Man, if you on birth control, what the hell you took a plan B?
That's what we asked the other night, Truth. Just the second time she done said that dumb shit.
So you mean to tell me? So you mean to tell me you was on birth control and you took a plan B and you still got pregnant, girl?
That baby is.
No, I ain't gonna say it's not possible. Cause there's a such thing as missed abortions and things of that nature. But I'm just saying, like, come on, bro. I can't take this chick seriously, y'all. I just can't. This is not making sense. If you on birth control, why feel the need to take a plan B? Is what I'm asking. Exactly. Like for real.
Bet all my money on this team, but then I better put some money on this other team just in case this bet.
Exactly. Let's just spread it around. Let's just, unless you're on the pill. Well, even with the pill, I mean, it's birth control. Nothing is 100%. They say, birth control is not 100%. But I don't just see somebody on birth control and knowing they taking the birth control the way they supposed to, and depending on the birth control, just turn around and do a plan B. Like, I that's weird to me.
I don't care as a pill doing birth control because you have to be on a schedule. And to me, it doesn't.
You do. You absolutely do.
She's not disciplined enough in life to even be like that.
Yeah, she all over the place. Mm-hmm. What the hell Trey doing? You know what?
Falling off the earth.
Wackadoodle. My guess is she wasn't on birth control or she knew she wasn't taking them like she was supposed to. If she turned around and took a plan B. That's my guess.
I don't know what the fuck I just did. But yeah, that's the stupidest shit in the world. She should just say she had the Mirena inside of her. She had the Mirena and popped the plan B. Why? She was taking birth control pills every morning. She may have forgotten to take one pill, but if you took them the other 19 days, you cool while you take the plan B. Or if you had the birth control patch on, why you take a plan B?
Trey, you know too much about birth control. It's weird.
I got 4 kids. I'm supposed to have more than that.
That means your ass knew about birth control and still didn't use it. That's weird.
I'm supposed to have more than that. They didn't use it. The fuck?
That's on him.
I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying.
That is a good point, though.
They didn't use it. I had my condoms sometimes. They ain't had they diaphragms and shit.
You ain't having enough.
Hell, I got 2 birth control babies. Not that they was on it, because I didn't see them take it. They just said they was.
Well, I have some empathy for you, Trey, because I got a birth control baby too, and she crazy as a fuck. I got one too. I got one. And
I don't think them heifers was taking it.
I had condoms.
Well, you weren't worried about it then, so don't worry about it now.
As soon as the patch came off, nigga got pregnant. Like, damn, it ain't built up in your system.
I had condoms.
Trey,
Put the condoms in
Gay.
my place. Why ruin the moment?
Trey, it's over with now. Let it go. You got PTSD? You got PTSD?
Nah, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I also got OPP.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a 5-year-old though. I need to go viral.
TNT.
Well, go viral. Just go the fuck crazy and just say, just go.
Them folk gonna talk bad about me. I do what they woman
Hell
did.
yeah, you ain't gonna get away with it like she getting away with it. You damn sure ain't.
Sit your ass down somewhere, nigga.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get away with it. They gonna roast your ass. They gonna drag your ass.
You do it. Well, that's how all mamas feel, nigga. Shut up. You just got one.
Yeah,
I'll never heard the end of it. Quit crying. Boo-hoo.
Yeah. Boo-hoo, Trey. Boo-hoo. That's gonna go viral. Boo-hoo, Trey. Boo-hoo. Shut the fuck up.
They was like, yeah, when you take a Plan B while you're on birth control, they cancel each other out to where you have literally no protection. So I didn't know that. So
who told you?
Yeah, that part. I didn't know that. So if y'all got birth control, don't take Plan B. You're gonna fuck yourself up. So anyway, by this time,
he just not gonna ask her why she take birth control. I mean, why she taking Plan B on birth control.
He sets her up.
Mind you, I already was still having my periods and stuff. So by this time, 4 weeks had gone by. Now that's actually how I found out I was pregnant, because when the 4 weeks go by, I'm not thinking I'm pregnant because I'm just got off my period. I'm on birth control and I popped the Plan B. So I was having like severe back pain and stuff. So I go to the hospital because I was like, okay, maybe it's just my kidneys or something. I don't fucking know, because the pain wasn't going away for shit. So I'm like, okay, it's obviously something, because I'm obviously not pregnant. So it's something that's got to be major. So I go into the hospital, and then, like they do testing and all that, comes back I'm pregnant. And they did it twice, 2 more times, because I wasn't going, but they was like, we're not going to do it again because you're lucky we did it the second, you're lucky we did it 2 more times after that. So it was like, okay, whatever. They set my first ultrasound. So when I went to my first ultrasound, there was nothing there, like nothing there at all. So they were like, oh, okay, well, it's a little weird because your levels are, like your levels are going up to whatever the fuck.
Yeah, they're showing that your hormone levels are.
They gave you an ultrasound in 4 weeks.
Showing that you're pregnant, but they can't see. You're saying they couldn't see anything.
They was not going to see a thing in 4 weeks. None but her goods. They was not seeing nothing at no 4 weeks. Her levels could have been up, but they weren't going to see nothing. Lord Jesus.
Yeah, like where the level was, it was saying I was more further like along than what the ultrasound was saying. So when that thing happened, they was like, okay, well, just come back next week. We'll do another ultrasound. So this is actually the first and only pregnancy I've ever had this many damn ultrasounds, for one. So anyway, I go back for the second ultrasound. At this point, there's still nothing there, but a bag does show up. So they're like, oh, okay, maybe you're having a cryptic pregnancy or something like that. So they was like, okay, well, it's just, at this point, like I said, there's nothing there but the bag. So this third ultrasound, this is when they was like, you know what, we're going to do like the DNC or whatever. So, because obviously there's nothing there. So when I get to my appointment for the DNC and shit, they was like, we're going to do one more last ultrasound. And they fucking popped up. But this is the time, like COVID was a thing, and they had passed that little abortion thing. Like, you can't have an abortion if there's a heartbeat detected. So pretty much on that day of the DNC, 2 heartbeats and stuff had popped up. So it turned out it was a cryptic pregnancy. And you can
how far
they just did that. I didn't know they did that during COVID, but whatever.
So at that point, when you found out you were pregnant, you were how far along?
2 months.
Okay,
so
you said that they had it to where you couldn't get an abortion at that point.
Yeah, the law is now like back to where you can get an abortion, but at that time they had just banned abortions. And once a heartbeat was, I think it was called the heartbeat bill or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all just gotta look it up.
Okay, so you told him, were y'all still dealing with each other when you found out you were pregnant, or had y'all stopped?
No, this was literally the same day I was walking away from him. I literally dropped him off at his aunt's house, told him I wish you the best of luck. And of course it was a little messy or whatever, but I told him I wish you the best of luck and fuck you.
You dropped him off at his aunt's house. He didn't have no car.
But you fucked him.
Why was you fucking him raw then?
Did she get one last fuck in and then dropped him off at the aunt's house? What are we doing?
Yes.
Oh God, Jesus.
And what he finna ask me?
Told him I wish you the best of luck and fuck you.
You dropped him off at his aunt's house. He didn't have no car.
No, and it was.
Why was you fucking him raw then? Why didn't you make him wear a condom? You said he was cheating.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, like I said, I didn't always make the best decisions.
Did it feel better without it?
Huh?
Did it feel better without it?
To be honest, yeah, they do,
Just
but
say
it kind of
that.
just feels the same at the same time because, like,
dumbass.
obviously, like, it does feel better, but it just still feels like the in and out motion regardless.
So it don't even sound like you like. It doesn't even sound like you like sex. So why do you think you have it so much? Because you in your video you said the nigga I'm fucking, he ain't helping.
Yeah, but so honestly,
why do you keep fucking niggas that ain't helping?
Well, so it's weird. Like they start out because I'm very independent. I don't mind trying to get my own money and stuff. It's just, as of right now, I'm going through a hard time. If you ever see it in the comments before, you'll see some people who talk about they know me personally. Like I don't know why she would do that. She's always had money. Even though I've always struggled, I've always maintained. If that makes sense, I've always held my head above water.
Well, you got to understand though, when you're doing that, you say you're maintaining like a person. I'm not drowning, but I go below the water and I get back up. I'm struggling to breathe. That's
always been on my wife and stuff. But
but you don't want to bring other people into it. Another person meaning in dating, because if that person's doing the same thing, they're just dragging you down and y'all are going to drown together. And B, if you have children cannot put anything in it, but they're going to take something out of it. So the one thing you don't want to do is have more children. It appears if you say you have an 11 and a 10-year-old and you're 27, you've been pregnant pretty much since you were 16.
15, yeah.
15. Okay, so you've been pregnant since you were 15 years old. When you first had your first child, were you living with your mom at that time, or were you out on your own?
No, I was living with my mom.
What was her response to you being pregnant for the first time?
She doesn't remember.
I don't remember actually.
What was your response?
She don't remember actually, but she don't remember, but she also said that it was the product of grape.
So that's crazy. That is crazy.
First thing women think about when they get pregnant, what they're going to say to their mother. That's probably.
I can still remember my mama's face when I told her I was pregnant. I remember the room. I remember everything.
I bet you all the women here would say the same thing.
I remember everything.
After the fourth one, she was like, "Don't call me no damn more."
Back then, which was almost 30 years ago, the deaconess was smoking cigarettes, honey. And I remember when she lit a cigarette on my ass. Wow. Like I remember. Girl, you crazy? Oh, you think we crazy? Shit.
That's how I knew she was bullshitting. I mean, that would be the first thing I would remember what my parents say. Or parent, whatever the situation is.
That's weird, though, Gabe. And you as a man even think that's weird.
Shit, I've never even had that situation.
Right. I was too, my brother. Shit. I was scared too.
I daydreamed it. At least,
Pregnant for the first time. What did you think was happening? What was going through your mind? Were you happy? Were you scared?
I was angry. Well, okay, to be honest, I had mixed emotions. I was pissed off. I was angry. I was scared, but at the same time, I was also happy because I was like, damn, for the first time in my life, I'm actually going to have somebody that actually loves me. So.
And then within a year.
I was also embarrassed because of, the situation that was going on.
What happened with him? Because apparently within a year, you got pregnant by someone else.
With my first?
Are the first two kids by the same guy?
So the first two are, so with him, I actually developed, I think it's called like Stockholm's disease or some shit like that. Like when you fall in love with your abuser. So
Stockholm syndrome?
Yes, that's what she means.
Did she say Stockholm disease?
Him.
Okay.
And I mean, to probably, well, she said she graduated early.
By someone else.
With my first.
Wait, are the first two kids by the same guy?
So the first two are, so with him, I actually developed, I think it's called.
I did say though, it was gonna take a man to ask her some real nigga questions, because everybody else just been listening to her talk, and they don't want to question her because they don't want to seem like the person that's beating up on her, even though he's asking questions without beating up on her.
Like Stockholm's disease or some shit like that, like when you fall in love with your abuser. So that actually happened to me. I did fall in love with my abuser for some time, but after they're 11 months apart, because I didn't actually, have time to heal before he did force himself on me. I'm not gonna make it seem like the first time, it happened. He didn't force me, but I'll have to tell you about it. It's a little fucked up, to be honest, but it's okay. It's my past, and I'm trying.
But ma'am, you said he forced himself with you twice. That's what you initially said. You said he forced himself on you twice, both kids. You said that's why you left. Now you saying the first time you wanted it, and the first baby you wanted it, he didn't force you. But the second time he did.
I was gonna say I got time. I got an ear for you.
So you want me to go back to that day, or
I just want to know like what happened, because again, if you had the Stockholm syndrome, having me understand a lot of what
the fuck with your mama
is that you were doing, I can give you some tips, I can give you some advice, but you will understand it more. And sometimes just being able to express it lengthwise and in depth will allow you to be able to see kind of like watching a tape of you playing basketball. You can see what you did right, what you did wrong. So it's like you're replaying the game.
Yeah, and I mean, I definitely know my thoughts and flaws, but like I said, I do got trauma. I need to unpack it. So I'm actually happy to be talking to you because you can help me with that. But so, like I said, my mom was an alcoholic person. At this point, by the time I'm already 14, 15, my mom had already checked out by the time I was 7. Just like literally she was there, but she wasn't there. She was just there in the abyss, I guess. So anyway, by this time my mom had already checked out and shit. It's like we didn't have food. We didn't really have a lot of the necessary things. Our lights was always off. We grew up pretty fucking trifling. I'm not even gonna beat you. We grew up pretty fucking trifling. It was just always dirty, no lights, no food sometimes. It was just a lot. So anyway, by this time, it was probably like 4 or 5 days since I'd eaten. And it was just like, at that time, I didn't also know that who I was thinking was a 50-year-old boy like me turned out to be a 21, almost 22-year-old man. So, long story short,
where'd you meet him?
He was.
Hey, man. Now, I said this shit. I said the other night, now, was it statutory or was it forced upon you? Because that make a big difference. I think it's just statutory the entire time.
Oh, I thought you were talking about if she was eaten or eaten.
Hanging out with the rest of us. The rest of us little ass kids.
Okay, so basically, this was statutory rape.
Yeah, I have, legal documentation. And actually, for some reason, I don't know how he keeps getting away, because I've actually tried to reopen my case many times. My police report actually, for him and his statutory rape thingy thing, it literally says habitual offender. Like, this is not his first time, because he actually did have another little girl. Her name was Autumn. I'm not going to say her last name, except, not people can deal with all this, but her name is Autumn, and her mother's name is Colleen, which actually turned out to be his mom's best friend.
Well, there you go. Now, because Autumn is a very common name, but now when you say the mama's name is Colleen, ding.
You figure out the state, it narrows shit down big time.
You're from Ohio. Gabe, could you do a quick age of consent in Ohio? That may explain why it ain't. That may be explained why
the, East Coast state
he wasn't charged.
Or like 17. There's only a few.
Well, in order for him to be charged, he would have to report it. I'm not hearing anything about it being reported.
She said it's a report.
Ooh, okay, interesting.
And then she said the statute of limitations is
Ohio's an interesting one. It's 16. That's
yes,
one
he
of
was
the.
pregnant at 15, so he still broke it.
Yeah, he broke the law.
For the first one, for the second one, Nope, she would have been of age of consent.
Because that's one of the few states.
I wonder how old dude was.
She said he was 21.
Oh, that's ridiculous. That's fucked up.
I'll skip it there. No mama or dad. Didn't she say mama checked out when she was 7? Mentally.
So she gave
Where'd you
birth
meet?
before she went to the prom. Interesting.
Twice.
Oh. Yay? Question mark?
He was hanging out with the rest of us. The rest of us little ass kids.
Okay, so
long story short,
where'd you meet him?
Who I was thinking was it was just a lot. So anyway, by this time, it was probably like 4 or 5 days since I'd eaten. And it was just like, at that time, I didn't also know that who I was thinking was a 50-year-old boy like me turned out to be a 21, almost 22-year-old man. So, long story short,
Where'd you meet him?
He was hanging out with the rest of us.
She didn't know 21-year-old man was a 15-year-old. So he looked like the other 15-year-olds that was out there.
The rest of us little ass kids.
Okay, so basically, this was statutory rape.
She was hanging out with y'all where? At the school?
I think at the
I have
who?
You know, the Kona stuff.
We're not going to do documentation. And actually, for some
oh, I learned about the Kona stuff.
And I don't know how he keeps it in a way. Because I've actually
sounds so white saying Kona stuff.
I was wondering when you were gonna say so.
it just, oh, you killing me.
It's the way he said it though. That shit.
He said corner store. He said white corner store. You sound like you got some peas in your potato salad, sir. Corner store. Corner store.
Corner store.
Could you be any whiter?
Nah.
Maybe. Probably.
Tried to reopen my case many times. My police report actually, for him and his statutory rape thingy thing, it literally says habitual offender. Like, this is not his first.
You said her police report.
Basically, this was statutory rape.
Yeah, I have, legal documentation. And actually, for some reason, I don't know how he keeps it in a way, because I've actually tried to reopen my case many times. My police report actually, for him and his statutory rape thingy thing, it literally says habitual offender. Like, this is not his first time, because he actually did have another little girl. Her name was Autumn. I'm not going to say her last name because, not people can deal with all this, but her name is Autumn, and her mother's name is Colleen. Which actually,
and I've already said the daddy name several times out here.
Why in the hell is she doing that? Why is she bringing other people? She didn't have to tell them people name. She didn't have to tell their name. She didn't have to do that.
She didn't have to bring them up at all.
Everybody, exactly. That ain't none of your business. That's your problem. You worrying about the wrong shit.
I told you she's a despicable human being.
Out to be his mom's best friend and her daughter.
So how long did it take you to find out his real age?
Probably after maybe 2-3 months.
And were you pregnant by that time or no?
Yeah.
So you were pregnant, then you found out his real age. But you were in a relationship with him as well, though.
No. So,
explain.
I
said explain. I'm sorry. I was saying explain.
So, actually, no. I'm sorry. It's a very long time ago, so I'm trying to make sure,
no problem.
Stuff I've suppressed some of this stuff.
A long time ago, ma'am. You 27. That shit was 12 years ago. That's the first part of your life. All of those memories should be fresh. You was in junior high. 8th grade, something around there. 8th, 9th grade.
Yeah, probably like maybe a month before I got pregnant, we did, because at the same time I still didn't know how old he was. But, we were, at least what I thought were friends for a month prior, when he's hanging out with all of his little ass kids and stuff. Then after that month, we get together, or not even after that month, but I'm sorry. I'm really trying to get the timeline right for you.
Take your time, dear. You do not have to apologize. I am not rushing.
I don't know. I know for sure from the time that he came in, with all of his kids, the group of kids, because he really came out of nowhere, to be honest. Because we lived out there for a couple of years. He was never around. He just popped up with all the little kids. So yeah, we were friends. We were friends for a little minute, and then we didn't fully date, but we were in that little stage and stuff. And to be honest, I don't think I ever really did ask him his age either. I just assumed he was my age because he's with all of his little kids.
How did you find out?
I'm trying to think.
How did you find out?
So you found out how old he was, and then you found out you were pregnant. When you found out you were pregnant, what did he say when you told him?
He started laughing. He said, "You'll be all right." That I do remember.
Did you ask him what that meant?
No.
Because I don't know what that means. What did you think it meant? That he was saying, "Fuck you, you gonna take care of it yourself"?
I don't know, because he was saying he wanted to be there and all this other stuff. So
like you'll be all right because he's gonna take care of it.
At least that's what I think. I don't fucking know. I'm 15. Shit.
I can't blame you. You were 15, so I'm trying to let that part of it go. Now, you said that somehow you believe it was Stockholm Syndrome, but at this point it appears that y'all were dating. When did it become Stockholm Syndrome? What happened?
Late, sir.
Probably honestly around the time that I found out I was pregnant, because once the first incident happened, it was so frequent. Like I actually never really got away from him. He just kept popping the fuck up. He was just always there. So I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but he was just always there. So even if he wasn't there, supposedly for me, he would come and he would bring another man with him, and they would drink with my mom. And then when she would go to sleep, yeah. So it was just like really, but the other man never did touch me. Yes, let me throw that out there. I ain't saying he wasn't on no weird freaky shit, because he for sure was, but he never did touch me.
So you mean to tell me?
I'm sorry, if I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna tell the truth.
You mean to tell me this man who violated her, got her pregnant at 15, was sitting around drinking platinums with her mama?
And she ain't know how old he was.
That would be
and the mama
with the mama and the homeboy.
And the mama didn't know the damn situation. Like they was just wanting.
Why she didn't leave? Why they was drinking?
Listen. I would never take away from a person's story or their testimony, but this just don't make sense to me. I'm sorry. This don't make sense. Did the mama know that the man violated her? Did the mama know they was having sex while she's sitting around drinking Bud Lights with him?
All we know about the mama is she was a drunk. That's the only story we've gotten from her.
So she was just tuned out. Like she just didn't even give a fuck at this point. Wow.
I'm sorry.
Hey, listen, I'm open to hearing the story. I'm just trying to see where it's going. I was like, okay, are they? You're like, well, no, but it was weird.
Man never did touch me. Yes, let me throw that out. And if I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but he was just always there. So even if he wasn't there, supposedly for me, he would come and he would bring another man with him, and they would drink with my mom. And then when she would go to sleep, yeah. So it was just like, really, but the other man never did touch me.
When she would go to sleep, but y'all had already been having sex. He didn't need to get you drunk, your mama drunk, because y'all had already been having sex. Remember, he was out there with the kids. Y'all say he just popped up out of nowhere with the kids, and then next thing you know, he drinking beer with your mama.
Yes, let me throw that out there. I ain't saying he wasn't on no weird freaky shit, because he for sure was, but he never did touch me. I'm sorry, if I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm sorry.
Hey, listen, I'm open to hearing the story. I'm just trying to see where it's going. I was like, okay, are they? You're like, well, no, but it was weird freaky. I was like, well, what was weird freaky if he didn't touch you?
How did he not get pregnant?
So I remember,
get touched.
Sometimes, he would be there watching me and do,
so he would watch y'all have sex sometimes.
Yeah, but I didn't find out until when I got away that they were also lovers.
Oh,
so I didn't. Yeah, but I'm not trying to make up things or bash anybody. I'm just telling my story. That's all.
Because the niggas is about to come out and do their interview. She got to make them gay.
Oh my God. Oh, okay.
She turned into a Risa Tisa.
For your words. So they were lovers and the guy would watch y'all have sex and you were like, it's a little weird, but that's what my man want to do.
No, I actually never knew that this was happening.
Oh, he was hiding in like the closet or something? Like R. Kelly?
Like it would be like weird ass shit, or he would have him outside the door. But mind you, like I said, I'm not gonna make it seem like all the time he forced himself on me, because he has done that, but I'm not gonna make it seem like it was all the time, because at one point, remember, I developed Stockholm syndrome, so at some point it became consensual.
So was it not odd that your mother was smoking with the man that you were sleeping with at 15?
She was already drunk and dealing with her stuff, because I did try to, talk to her and,
So she just let the predator in the house, basically, then?
Yeah, because it's a couple times I said, Mom, I want him to leave. So she would just be drinking and smoking her cigarette, and she would just look down and just shake her head. And she would literally tell me that was something I had to figure out. But mind you, sometimes, once I started realizing certain shit and I wasn't okay with certain shit, he would, start forcing himself on me. I would start locking my door, but then once I would do that, then he would start coming through my window because my window didn't lock. So yeah, and I did try to reach out to family members. Like I tried to call my uncle, I tried to call whoever, and of course,
well, at that point you knew his age.
Yeah, so actually when I went to the hospital and my doctor's appointment, I told them. I opened my mouth there, and that's how my children's services case with him got started, and that's how they gave me my documentation saying that statutory rape, sexual neglect and abuse, it was substantial.
Ma'am, they called the police while you there. They don't print their own report. They call the police while you there. It automatically triggers.
It's called
not in her.
It's called mandatory reporting, ma'am.
Not in her case, though. They ain't got SBU on speed dial. They don't.
My thing is, if something was done the first time when she got pregnant, how in the hell was it able to be done again? That's my thing. If paperwork was filed the first time,
especially if she reported it.
Yes, if paperwork was filed the first time when she came up pregnant as a minor, if paperwork was done the first time, how in the hell was he able to even still be around her? Like, how did the second time happen? This ain't making sense.
This case with him got started, and that's how they gave me my documentation saying that statutory rape, sexual neglect and abuse, it was substantiated. So they also substantiated it, and that's how they gave me my documentation. And when I went to the hospital and my doctor's appointment, I told them. I opened my mouth there, and that's how my children's services case with him got started, and that's how they gave
her children's services case with him got started, not a police report. Why would they do a children's services case on her when she a minor getting pregnant by a 21-year-old?
They would do one, but the cops would be called, Trey. They have to call the cops.
Exactly. But the children's services case would be against her mama, not him. He not the parent.
Yes, it would be against her mama. Charges would be filed against him. But the CPS case would be against her mom. Gabe, I just looked at your name. You ain't shit. But yeah, this not making sense, Trey.
Cornerstone.
My documentation saying that statutory rape, sexual neglect and abuse, it was substantiated. So they also substantiated it with my mom, she
sexual neglect and abuse.
They opened the case on her as well.
Well, we got that part right. It was gonna be on her.
And he was living with his mom at the time, so she that's how everybody found out. Nobody knew nothing because he wasn't telling nobody nothing until that case got opened, and now his secrets was out the bag because they popped up on the house with him.
But if that happened the first time she got pregnant,
11 months later.
Exactly. Come on, Tommy. Let me shut up. Go ahead, Trey.
No, she's turning.
Telling nobody nothing until that case got opened, and now his secrets was out the bag because they popped up on the house with him.
And then you got pregnant 11 months later. This one you said wasn't consensual. It wasn't consensual.
Yeah, they're literally back to back. I'm already got the one. I'm in high school. I'm trying to work at this rinky dink skating zone shit. Obviously, I ain't trying to have no more kids. So it's just, but I also didn't have the money for an abortion. To be honest, I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even think I considered adoption. I don't think that was something I was actually thinking at 16. I don't have all the results out there and shit. So you would actually think it's crazy because there are a lot of people that I've talked to. Think maybe somebody.
Did you ever directly go to the police after one of these forced incidents? Because we understand your mama was a mushhead, your dad ain't got it all. Did you ever just directly go to the police?
But we do have to consider her age, Troy. Now, I think it's
about with the second one, because she said with the first one, she told the hospital.
And this is the thing: her mom did not protect her. Like, if this story is true, her mom did not protect her. She was a child.
Yes, but she knew to tell the first time.
Yeah, but still, I have to remember that she's a child. She was a child. And the fact of the matter is her mom was supposed to be the one to protect her. I just don't understand how it happened the first time. And supposedly all these steps were taken, like he was charged and there was a case and he was able to do it again. That's weird to me. That's weird. Cause he had no business being around her in order for it to happen again. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's sad.
Intervene.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, why is it that hard for you to get away from him? I've never seen that situation that there's no one in your family, the police won't do anything, and you're telling these people, an older man has already gotten me pregnant once, and no one says a word?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, you gotta be fucking, that's why I'm so angry. Who the fuck is calling me? Like, my phone is on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah, let's hope it ain't him. He's hard to get rid of. Let's hope it's not him.
No. On my 18th birthday, I got me an apartment and I paid my rent for a year and 3 months, and I left.
Because you were able to get away.
Yeah, that's how I got away.
And at that point, he had nothing to do with your children.
But she got away with 2 kids, and what the hell job was she doing to pay up for a year and 3 months?
She probably had a job and got that income tax check. Just saying.
With the 2 dependents.
Oh yeah. You know how they do it in the hood. You already know.
They were young too. She would get like 1,500 strong. Just
No. At this point, he still was around. Okay. If that makes sense. Because
how did you keep him out of your new apartment then?
You said what?
How did you keep him out of your new apartment?
He wasn't on my lease. He didn't live with me.
No, he wasn't on your lease when you was at your mama's house, but you said he kept coming.
Well, shit. The thing with this apartment, I was on the 3rd floor. Can't nobody climb through my window. My door's locked. I'm the only one with a key, and all my windows locked.
Oh, so he never tried to pop up or nothing like that?
No, he definitely tried a few times with old dude.
Now, at 18 years old, how were you able to afford an apartment? What were you doing for work with 2 children?
I was secretly working because like I said, he was around. I couldn't get rid of him. So unfortunately, I did what I had to do. I took my ass to work and went to high school. I was secretly working 2 jobs while I was in high school. I would just be saying, hey, I'm trying to
secretly working 2 jobs while I was in high school. So you know how it gave again. She always does everything in twos.
Do this extra tutoring or whatever. I mean, it wasn't coming up with a lot. And then also, outside of me working and, saving my money and stuff, outside of what I could do for my son, I also did get a settlement because I was also in a car crash when I was pregnant. So I got that settlement too, which also helped pay for that apartment.
Now, I listened to
and taxes.
But ma'am, though, settlements do take a minute to get. But I said between which 2? Because 15, 18, that's 3 years. When did you get the settlement? You still have some old kids.
She probably had the accident with the second baby, maybe. I don't know. This shit is weird.
Yeah, she still had some old kids when she had it.
Yeah.
Well, the first one was old, at least two.
Not old. Not old.
Well, no, not old, because, yeah, she said
she had them back to back, remember? She had them back to back.
Damn.
Too old to return, at least.
I listened to that woman, and we're not gonna get into that right now. We'll get into it a little bit later. But I was listening to that woman, and she made a claim. Let me ask you what you said about this claim. She made a claim that you did two things. She said, one, you were stripping, and two, you were selling drugs.
At some point, yes.
I believe she was doing both, and I'm glad she said yes at some point, because she admitted to buying drugs for her baby daddy to flip. And she told y'all she doing modeling. She said she'll do news. She try to stay away from news, but if you got at least a band, she started off with a band, but if you got 750, you can get some nude pictures. Yes, she'll strip. Selling pussy too. I bitch 25,000. And then when she said she would drop the kids off, sometimes I gotta drop the kids off and then go make the money to bring it back to you. Selling pussy.
I was definitely stripped. I was stripping for 3 years. I took myself to the club. Yeah, I stripped for 3 years because I wouldn't get no help due to her son. In that whole toxic mess, I had an open case my first and only time getting in trouble, and that was the only.
That would have been your third kid when you got with her son.
I was able to actually defend myself and beat his ass. So I went to jail. So anyway, in that whole toxic mess, I had an open case my first and only time getting in trouble, and that was the only time I was able to actually defend myself and beat his ass. So I went to jail. So anyway,
you went to jail for beating a man.
It is weird because I'm the one who called the cops.
Did you put your hands on him?
Well, yeah, because he
not well.
No. Listen, I want to tell you. So I went to jail Halloween night, 4 days after my newborn son was born. Mm-hmm. I wasn't looking for a fight, mind you. He's never been on my lease. I still actually have a copy of my lease. He wasn't on my lease and stuff. He comes over. He's already under the influence of the drugs and the alcohol. So he tried to put his hands on me, but I do think it was because my son was right there in the hormones. I'm not gonna lie, I fucking blacked out and I went batshit crazy. He had a black eye, a busted lip, scratches all over the fucking place. I was a little fucked up too, but I don't care. Shit, he put his hands on me for the first time. I beat the dog shit out that man. Yes, I did.
And he, but why did you call the police if you knew you was putting your hands on him?
Well, he put his hands on me first. I was only doing it in self-defense. What he did is I took myself outside and removed myself from the situation to call the cops because obviously I don't want him there. I told him, he put his hands on me. We got into a fight. What he did is go in there when the cops pulled up. He went in there and picked up my son and said, "Oh, she hit me while I was holding my son, and that's why I beat her ass." It pissed me off because I'm like, he's not on my lease. He doesn't live here. He literally did not have no type of belonging in my house. If you ask his mama, she would tell you he did not live with me. So you would think you got this man who don't live here. You can smell the alcohol, but y'all want to go because he said that he was holding a baby, but yet it was just too fucking much. So then I'm not gonna lie, the cops that did come out, which I thought about, going after them and stuff because that really was some bullshit. But it was like I kind of don't care.
She's suing everybody. She's suing the department for cutting off her. Well, unenrolling her kids, taking them off the roster while leaving her case active.
Anyway, I did have my open case and stuff. I tried to go to temp services because I did lose my job in the medical field due to that situation because I was charged with domestic violence and assault. But it was when it came out into court because they were actually giving me, like the paperwork for victims and stuff. So everything kind of came out in court.
It came out into court.
So obviously the prosecution, they couldn't just let me walk off with nothing. They have to have some type of win, right? So they dropped it down to disorderly conduct. They gave me credit for the one night I served in jail because I got out the next day. So I was served, I was served credit or whatever for the 1 day, and then they gave me 2 years probation. So.
Let me ask you before we jump into more of this.
That's the deal breaker. I'm not taking no fucking probation. Kiss my ass. How much do we have to pay to just be done with this shit? We're not doing probation. I will sit here for 1.5 years. I don't care. Y'all gonna get tired of me coming back.
Do you want any more children? Have you done something to prevent from having any more? Or are you still kind of in a situation where you're fertile, you like dick, and it could happen?
Please say no. Please say no.
So
you smiling. Apparently, that's true.
well, yeah. So actually, no. I have an appointment coming up and stuff like that, but I'm not messing with anybody right now. I'm kind of not really interested in messing with anybody.
You got an appointment up for what? Why the
Girl,
fuck
you
aren't
should have
your
got them
tubes
tubes
tied?
tied when you had that last baby. The fuck?
Right. That was number
Oh my
5.
God.
She's gonna have a
That was
press
number
conference with
5.
Ron.
Wait a minute. She
She's gonna
got
take-
5 and she 27, and she said the youngest ones are
She's gonna
3,
take
right?
down in Miami.
You should have had them
shoulda
burn
got
them
them.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, you had 5 kids at 24. It was time to get them just clipped, burned, shredded, all that shit removed, anything they could do.
Damn.
I say give it the North Korea punishment.
My God, today. That is crazy. What appointment, girl?
Right.
Did you know
Now,
what
I got an
happened?
appointment. She got an appointment to get some birth control. She lying.
Oh God. How old is the youngest baby, Trey?
3.
She ain't got no damn appointment.
Well,
She'll
she
fucking lie.
said 2. Yeah, she said 2, but I think they're about
She'll
to be
lie.
3. All the kids are changed.
She would have had that appointment 6 weeks after she had that damn baby. She'll lie.
She's super
2
fertile.
years later.
She'll lie.
Yeah, she needs some shit implanted in her.
Like
She needs
Kryptonite.
the thing that go in the arm or the Moreno. She needs something that go inside her to make sure it's just in there working.
Huh?
An appointment for what?
Like the whole birth control and stuff. Because I did try.
They've been tying tubes since forever.
They've been
Forever.
trying
It's
tubes
fine.
since they knew what the tubes was.
Yeah,
Then they started burning them bitches.
women
Come
is
on now,
fine.
yours truly. Ain't a lot of shit they do ain't healthy. Having all them damn children that can't take care of them ain't healthy. Get them motherfuckers tied up. The fuck?
The only tube they know is YouTube.
I'm just saying.
When I was pregnant with my daughters, I think if I'm not mistaken, when you're about 6 months, they start sending you the paperwork for like to get your tubes and shit tied. So when I was 6 months or close to or whatever, they were sending me the paper because I obviously didn't want no more fucking kids. But what fucked it up is they send it to you 3 months prior to labor. My daughters came 3 months. They literally came that very same week that I got the paperwork. So when I tried to call them, and I do want to call them back because I really don't think that lady knew what the fuck she was talking about. Because I'm here.
It's always somebody goddamn fault. How is life always just throwing her a curveball? Right when they sent the papers, boom, premise. In situations like that, they will ask you still right there. Like before they put you under anesthesia and all this shit, hey, you want to get your tubes tied while we got you cut open? We already gonna be in there.
Yeah, now if you have it, when you want to get your tubes tied, if you have a baby vaginally, you may have to wait. But if you get a C-section, they gonna do that shit while you open up right then and there. It all depends. But I'm just saying, like, I don't understand if she was so overwhelmed with all these babies. Why didn't you see it? And that's why that's why she ain't take no birth control. Like, she's irresponsible. Just irresponsible. And I stick by what I said, that she that chick that like to have babies to try to keep a man. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Shit.
Or close to or whatever, they were sending me the paper because I obviously didn't want no more fucking kids. But what fucked it up is they send it to you 3 months prior to labor.
They will ask you that, like in her case, she said they sent the paperwork, but before the paperwork came, she had her babies 3 months early. So they would ask her because they knowing she 24 with 5 kids, she ain't get the paperwork in time. We just sent it.
Listen, Trey. True enough, they do the. I ain't gonna lie, they do the paperwork ahead of time. But if you just Yeah, you know. So if it comes up and the babies come early, that still don't mean they won't do it.
Yes, they will ask you right there before they give you the anesthesia and stuff. But you still got to sign off on that damn paperwork.
Yes.
For epidurals and all that, you got to sign off. They don't give a damn. The baby head can be popping out. You ain't getting no epidural until you sign.
If that epidural take you out, they ain't liable. It is what it is. That's what it's
like. The baby be all right. Sign this release form, man. We're not doing shit. We know you're crowning.
If we put your ass to sleep and you don't wake up, it ain't our fault. Motherfuckers. Ooh, child, this is
my daughter's came 3 months. They literally came back
bullshit, Trey. You always coming with
what the fuck did I do?
You always coming with these bullshit ass stories. It just don't make no sense.
Black women keep putting it on the internet. I would have loved for this to have been a white woman doing this. I'd have been gleeful. But she is light skinned though.
Wackadoodle. She wackadoodle.
She might be mixed, so we could say half of her white.
Yeah, she mixed.
The white side of her did this.
Missed the fuck up. She crazy as hell is what she is. Sick of her. I am sick of her.
Her brain ain't braining.
That I got the paperwork.
She's not.
So when I tried to call them, and I do want to call them back because
she don't know what an introspect is.
Yeah, she just dicking.
All over.
A different story. So I don't know why the fuck she told me I had to have a 6th child to get fucking hysterectomy or whatever.
No, that's not true at all.
They told me I had to have a man. They will ask you after the 2nd child. What the fuck are you talking about?
They sure will. They may not want to do it, but they definitely gonna ask. And after the 2nd child, they now I'm gonna be honest. After the 1st child, they might flat out deny you, depending on who your doctor is. But after that 2nd child, it's an option. Why is she sitting up here lying, Trey? Why is she sitting up here lying?
She act like we don't know nothing. We ain't been through nothing.
Like ain't nobody had babies but her and know that she lying. Wow.
She said the phone told her you gotta have 6 babies.
That's a lie.
The government don't even want you having that many babies.
That's a lie from the pits of hell.
The government don't want you having 6 kids.
That girl lying.
6 of them things.
She lying like a motherfucker. Damn.
And she dumb enough to have a 6th one just to get her tubes tied instead of just getting on birth control for forever.
She lying though, Trey. That ain't true. She lying.
I know.
So, okay, Trey, do you think she'll have another baby? You think she's gonna have another, like she could have another baby?
Well, now that I know the kids ain't at CPS, yes, because the kids gone right now. She said it's a daughter downstairs. We just heard one baby. She upstairs doing an interview, and she said it's a rapper nigga she fucking.
Yeah, she did say that.
She gonna be pregnant by the end of the year.
He said it's better. Ooh, see, Trey, can I ask a question? Why are you men so dumb? Like, okay, let me just put it like this. Why do men...
The pussy be good, Truth.
Why do men get with listen?
I just gave you the answer. The pussy be good.
Listen, why do men actually get with women that have like, 3, 4, 5, 6 babies? See that they are really struggling and then don't take precautions not to make baby number 7. Like, I don't understand, like, some people's life.
Pussy be good.
I understand that, and you can still get the coochie, but
you understand why them other niggas skeeted in her?
The vagina be vagina ink.
But why would you put yourself in that situation as a man? Like, if you see a woman that already got 4, 5 kids, look like to me, you would take every precaution, even though you still
when our dick get hard, we don't think.
So y'all just dumb and slow, like I said. That's all. That bottom line, slow.
Don't niggas get robbed all the time trying to get sex? Like they'll do some dumb shit and they just come out. They want to get tired of. They dick get hard and just like to go out the window. Yeah, tell me up.
That don't make sense to me. See, that don't make sense to me. Then when
But
the
let's do
woman come
something
up
kinky.
pregnant, you want to get the fuck on. You want to say, baby ain't mine. You want to be crying and shit. Talking about, I ain't mean to get the hoe pregnant. But you ain't
Just
do
get
what
an
you needed to
abortion.
do.
Get an abortion, everybody's
But
happy.
everybody don't see that as an option. Everybody don't see that as an option.
They should.
But they don't. Okay? They don't. They don't. Everybody don't see
Mandatory
that.
abortions for everybody.
Trey, everybody don't see that as an option. I'm just saying. Won't you just take precautions? If you would just take precautions, you wouldn't have to worry about this shit.
I'm old. I'm shooting blanks now.
You keep thinking that. I done told you, baby petty number 2.
Same here.
Keep on playing. Your ass ain't old. How old that
just have a baby.
what's that acting name, Gabe? I know you know. Is it De Niro?
Al Pacino, De Niro.
Pacino, old ass got that damn baby.
Yep.
That woman used to get that baby, and now she want to get rid of his old ass.
Well, Mick Jagger's almost 80. He's still having babies.
Come on now. Old ass. Just dumb.
You said in that video that you was fucking a guy. How did you keep from getting pregnant with him?
Pretty much. Well, I'm trying to think how I can say it. Like,
Blessed.
I already, huh?
Blessed. God favored you.
No, blessed too. But I also told him like I'm very fertile, so like, we use condoms, and then just I don't give a fuck. Sometimes you just in the moment. I don't care. The time we didn't use the condom, like he would not like. No, he wouldn't just like pull out. It was like he would pull out well.
Dumb and dirt. The woman told the man
he's fertile. Your face.
The woman, oh God. The woman told you she fertile, and you still want. You know what? Y'all slow.
There were victims when he shot up the club.
The pussy was good.
Y'all slow. I'm telling y'all slow. Slow as hell.
I don't care. The time we didn't use the condom, like he would not like. No, he wouldn't just like pull out. It was like he would pull out well before it was time for him to, do whatever, and I would just finish him off poorly or with my hand or something. Like we were not trying to do that at all. So then it was just to a point like, okay, there's no broke here. We're not, obviously, because the reason why me and him even kind of got to that point, is kind of, you scratch your back, I scratch your back. We're both kind of struggling, so we can try to come together, try to make some money together. That's kind of how it was supposed to be, but it turned out to me trying to do everything. And we're just,
what were y'all gonna do to make some money?
It's the rapper nigga.
Yeah.
He still could have been her pimp.
What were
He
y'all
killed
gonna
out
do?
the spray.
So we kind of started thinking like different things. So like I already have a LLC filed with my state. So we were looking at like different clothing like vendors and trying to, because we obviously don't have a lot of money. So the goal was to, start up the cap or get a startup capital of at least 1,000 and see how we could use that and try to get a couple things of merchandise or whatever and see how we could flip that.
But y'all, did you design clothes or something? You said, it sounded like you said clothing.
Yeah. So I have a clothing line that I started with, I filed the LLC with the state. Hold on one second. I love you too. I started a clothing line or filed it with the state, but I haven't had the money to, every time I thought I was able to try to pursue it, something's always happened, and everything I've always wanted to try to start, I've always just had to push it back. So with him, it was like, okay, maybe it's it's not just me trying at this point. So if he thinks he really wants to try to get this going, then cool, I could really try to do the business venture, but it wasn't that. And I kind of just didn't want to deal with that. Like, I don't want to be your friend that you're fucking, and like, I don't want to be around you because there's no growth and prosperity. Like, I already got bigger fish to fry. So just like I said, I cut my ties with him.
And at that moment, when we're now where we are now with 5 children, just had twins. It didn't work with the guy who had twins. I want to show you something. If I'm not mistaken, this is from the guy who you had twins with, and this is a little interesting to me, and maybe you can explain to me what happened in this video. I know I haven't told you what the video is, but you'll see it now. Tell me what this is and what happened, because I think his mother, this guy's mother, unless I'm mistaken, was talking on another show, and she was making some really bold claims about you. First off, watch this.
Oh yeah, this was the worst time in my life. I wanted to fucking die. I remember this. Yeah, let's play this.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Here you go.
Okay, here you go.
Say it again.
You can have this fucking baby. I don't want it.
You don't care about it?
Nope, I don't. You can have it. You can have the fucking
You want to
baby.
kill it?
I sure fuck you. You can have this baby. You can take it to the court. I don't give a fuck. Then
How many months pregnant are
you
you?
got your 5 months. You got the video. Now leave the fuck alone.
in this video.
Wow. Can you hear it? Okay. There you
No,
go.
I can't hear, but I know
Okay,
exactly
there you
what
go.
I'm saying.
Oh,
I
you
remember
can
that.
go. Well, oh, hey guys, if she can't hear, so y'all let me know if y'all can.
She
not
said
hear
she know
it.
exactly what she said.
But y'all let me know if y'all heard
I
it
want the baby.
before I continue. We got over 4,500 people watching. Thank you. All right, so they were able to hear it. But you said you know exactly what he was saying, so go ahead.
Well played.
So I don't know about him, but if I'm not mistaken, I think I was telling him like long story, like because everybody's talking about what they see on camera, but they don't know what happened prior. Why I'm so worked up and pissed off and shit. But anyway, I think if I'm not mistaken, I was telling him like, you know, fuck you. I don't want the baby. You can take the baby. Like long story short, as long as I can get the fuck away from you, you can have the baby. And I
I'll
think
tell
I
you what you
said,
said. I'll tell you what you said. He said, here's what he said, verbatim. He said, say what you said again. He said, you said, I don't want this baby. He said, you gonna kill it? And at first you just said, I don't want this baby. And he repeated it. You gonna kill it? And you said, yes.
yeah, because he was antagonizing me.
And then he said, how many months are you along? And you said 5.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What was he doing to antagonize you?
So I mean, like with the video or whatever, he was like antagonizing me. So I'm like, you know, fuck you. I'm gonna kill it. I mean, when I tell you, obviously I didn't do it. My son is 5. So, but anyway, the reason why I was so like worked up and you know saying all that stuff is because he was already kind of you know slapping me around and doing little stupid shit, just like fucking picking with me. Like he just would not leave me the fuck alone. So it's just like I kind of like this was another moment where I just couldn't, you know, I kind of just looked snapped. Like I didn't want to be around him. I'm telling him like I don't want the baby.
Can you imagine those kids? And believe me, the 11-year-old or the 2 oldest may already have seen or heard about this, but can you imagine those kids growing up and hearing and seeing this crap? And the baby that she was pregnant with at 5 months, seeing that shit right there. Like honestly, women. I mean,
5-year-old.
The 5-year-old. I mean, she. You know, this is whack. This is whack.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the age of
This can't
social
leave me
media.
alone.
Those kids could eventually see this shit, man.
And they're gonna see it because the folks at school gonna make them see it.
Yeah.
Fucking kill the baby. Like I'm just obviously just talking shit. And if I'm not mistaken, I think because he wouldn't leave me alone, like people are like, oh, she's crazy. She tried to climb out the window. And I'm like, do y'all not understand what somebody has to keep doing and obviously keep bothering somebody to make them feel like their only choice was to climb the fuck out the window to get away from them?
Were you guys living together?
No, this at this apartment, he kept popping up. It's a couple times he didn't get
So
my
that
door
was
down.
your apartment you were in?
Yeah, that was my apartment. I didn't live with him. Like, I'm not gonna say he never did spend the night.
If they giving out free vasectomy, sign me up. Juicy Kim, sign me up. If they free, I think a lot of men would take advantage of it because a lot of them don't want kids.
Wow.
Say that's free birth control for us. Give us free birth control, not condoms. The actual shit like what y'all get.
You know, I played the stats, and you know, I'm 41. Most likely, the odds of me having children should be a niet. So I'll take.
I remember one of the first arguments you and I had, Trey, was back in the day when you was arguing the whole female condom thing.
Yeah, diaphragms.
You get on my damn nerves. I remember that shit like it was yesterday.
The trash bag liners.
Why I got to put on the condom? Why you can't put on the condom?
My mama had never seen one of them bitches until I showed her. I said, it's a damn shame. You got 2 grown ass kids. You ain't never seen no female condom. They was out when you was growing up.
Well, she ain't know nothing about it.
Women don't know about them. They don't buy them. They don't even know where to get them motherfuckers from. You damn near gotta have a prescription for them bitches.
Your glove's broken.
You could go to the corner store and get some condoms, not a diaphragm.
Yeah, not there, not the corner store.
The corner store.
I'm done.
But he didn't live there. He wasn't on my lease. He wasn't paying bills. He didn't live there.
And you couldn't get him out?
No, and then if I would lock the door, he would keep breaking my door down.
You have some determined men that keep coming around you. You must have the best cat in the world.
Yes.
No. I mean, okay, wait, let me not say no.
Because of these men, you keep...
He would break the door down and the police didn't do nothing. What's going on, Bab? Hippie? Why the hell? So the police have never called in her situation, except for when she got locked up. So the police couldn't stop her from knocking your door down.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Telling them go away, you locking doors, they jumping in through windows. Like that's some determination to fuck you, but it don't seem like they have the same determination to A, be in a serious relationship with you, and B, be there for their children.
Yeah, because obviously I'm so young and dumb. Like, obviously my cat is good, but it was the loyalty and the stuff that I was doing for them that they wanted to keep me around and stay around for. Because I was, like I said, I was young and dumb. I would deal with some of the shit where I should have walked away, but I didn't. So I'm trying to think. It was like an old saying for that or something. You know, like it was easier for them to come around because they knew that I would. No, I'm not gonna say they, but like the last two, they knew. Like,
because it sounds like they though. It does sound like they. If you're saying having the same problem, if you say you have physically what these men need, but these men are also abusing you and they aren't sticking around, and they have more reason to stick around because you're having their children. But they're not. But they're doing things to show possession of you, but not show the same possession of their children. What do you think makes them show the possession to you, but not them?
You said what?
What do you think makes them show the possession of you, but not the children?
Because I wasn't as strong as I am now. It was easy for them to walk over me, kind of, walk over me, manipulate me. Like I said, I wasn't as mentally strong. I was easily mind fucked, if that makes sense. So it was easy for them because, like I said, I used to love real fucking hard. Now I don't really give a shit about love, but I used to love real hard. Thank you. I used to love real hard. So I would be, like I said, I would see red flags or stupid ass shit, and I would be like, you know what, maybe they can change, maybe they will change. And I would try to stick around for the greater good, for that fucked up, twisted fantasy I always had in my head about the white picket fence, and maybe you have to go through trial and error for, that one person at the end, for that special couple you see on TV or whatever,
Now, you know that white picket fence starts off with the white picket fence before you add the children?
Facts.
That white picket fence, they don't usually get that. They don't wait till going through a bunch of stuff to get it. Like in general, that white picket fence and 2.5 cars and kids, that usually comes first. Then you have the family. So after the first one,
I also already had kids before I even was thinking about a white picket fence.
I know you said that you were like a hopeless romantic, but it seemed like you were clinging to something. And with these people, sex was the thing that you felt would bring more instead of the more. You didn't think that they saw you farther than that.
No, in my mind, like I said, I didn't have that actual guidance, and I don't know what love is, or I really didn't even have an idea even then. It had nothing really to do with sex. It was more of I think this person really loves me. I didn't want to lose that love because I love them so much as well, thinking that they would change.
Now, this guy, from what I was seeing about this woman and her son, they were interviewing, and they were making some really bold claims. And those bold claims were that you had murdered her son by poisoning him. What do you say to that? And why is she saying this? And why is she going around saying it?
Yeah, because we're like in the fucking medieval times and shit. So, okay, mind you, her son's been dead for 4 years. Now, don't get me wrong. From when I've already, said it in past interviews, I've said some foul ass shit, or I grew up angry, so I would just say some off the wall shit. Probably not
worse than what we've already heard you say. What did you say?
Good.
I didn't actually know he was gonna fucking die, but I told this man I would, at least at that moment or close to. Anyway, I told this man I would spit on his grave. I told him I would spit on his dad's grave. Because all the shit he was doing, I did genuinely develop a serious fucking hate for him, but I did genuinely still love him, if that makes sense. I don't know how to. Maybe you can dissect that and maybe word what I'm trying to say. But
you grew up watching toxic relationships, and you believe that that's what love was being toxic. That's why your first words out of your mouth were some evil shit. Because I've read some of the things that you said, and I've watched you even in that video where you were there. You started off very calm, talking to the white people, and after that you like fuck that bitch, fuck that. Like you switched up really quick, and so there's something in you.
Yeah, because at that point I was angry because I already given my kids up. So once I was already hurt.
Let me stop you for a second. You can't keep using. You've been saying this since we got on. You can't keep using the excuses for why you go to the extreme. Because if you excuse why you go to the extreme,
right. Yeah, I'm not saying what I did was right. I was just saying what my mindset at that time was.
Yes, but I'm trying to tell you, your mindset goes there a lot. If you have but imagine if a guy says, well, she got me mad, that's why I punched her. And he's got 9 women that he's punched. He can't keep using that shit, I got mad. Because after a while, you just want to do that. Just like the person who cheats, If they cheated more than once, well, they just kind of want to do that. They're looking for excuses to do it now. It's not like it was an accident. They want to do it, and anything you do will make them justify it by saying, well, I wouldn't have done it unless. I wouldn't have done it unless. And you've said that a lot in here, that a lot of times you get to, whether it's talking to his mom, talking to him, talking to whoever it is, and you say, I have a slick mouth when you start. So it is something when you say things like that, you're accepting the behavior and saying others should, because you said, yeah, I have a slick mouth, but they shouldn't do X, Y, Z is what you say. They shouldn't put their hands on you.
So it's pretty much saying, like I'm saying two wrongs, like you're saying two wrongs don't make a right. So I'm saying they didn't fuck with me, so it gives me a reason to say some bullshit, and that's not right. That's what you're saying.
Yes, I'm trying to tell you, like you're asking everyone else to have restraint. Yeah, you're asking them to have restraint. Don't put your hands on me. You should never go there. But when you can tell a motherfucker, I'm gonna spit on your grave, fuck you, fuck your kid, like you can say the wildest shit. And what you're doing is trying to hurt them, just like when they physically put their hands on you, they're trying to hurt you. So that's what I mean by toxic relationships, and that you believe that love is this expression in a toxic manner because you had a mom who you loved, who you said checked out early, toxic, who brought men around, allowed men around, men who were treating you bad, men who were raping you. She allowed them in the home after asking for the help. She didn't help get them out. And even now, I didn't hear you talk about, hey, look, even at this age, I need my mom to help, and your mom wasn't there to help you and say, let me take these kids off your hands. Since I didn't do it for you, let me at least help you with the kids, because I can see how I treated you bad has made you grow up to repeat the same thing that I did. That would be where the stoppage would be in the generational curse. Like if your kids got to your age and they now needed you, if you felt like because you were talking about how, well, we grew up, it was kind of fucked up. You said it was, we didn't have a lot of money. You said it wasn't good. Well, if you think about where your children are right now, you have a 10 and 11-year-old that understands social media. And the social media says that mom is trying to get rid of them.
You're right.
They're not feeling good about that. They're having to go to school, and their kids, they know who you are. They've seen it. The people who know you. So they're not.
And don't let them be playing sports. Everybody, man, if you playing football, the cornerback on, yeah, nigga, your mama didn't want you. You playing basketball, your mama didn't want you. Anything competitive, you gonna hear about that to throw you off your game.
Feel just like how you felt. You were young. You were ashamed of a lot of things that were happening. You're passing that to your children. But you seem like when your mom wasn't taking it seriously, that maybe you're not taking it as seriously as you should either, because those kids can grow up to be just like you, feeling neglected even when you don't think that they are, or even when you don't think that they should.
I'm sorry, I'm listening.
No, it's okay. So when the last situation happened with this man, you were cussing him out, saying you hope he died, and you gonna spit on his grave.
Notice, just to keep score, he ain't said narcissist one time. He ain't said narcissistic abuse one time. He ain't said narcissistic personality disorder. He ain't said introspection, but none of these fancy fly-by night snapping the pan words that the big old life coach over there be using. Because she got her experiences from talking to the clients. That's right. Doing hair.
His mother said that he told her that he feared you. Why did he fear you? Or is that true? What she's making this?
I wish that nigga did fear me. Maybe he would leave me the fuck alone. Shit.
Well, he's dead now.
That was the case. I'm saying when he was alive and he feared me that fucking much, because he could have went and got a restraining order. Shit, he could have left me the fuck alone. I didn't have a car.
Was it true what she was saying, though, that he left these messages saying that if anything happens to him, that you were the culprit?
She done posted everything else. I ain't seen her post those messages yet. So I don't know if
she was doing a bad job of posting today. She was saying more stuff than she was showing. And it was kind of turning people off. She was saying a lot of things, but she wasn't showing.
That's why I really do think I would like to, mind you, I'm not trying to be her friend, whatever, but I do think that we need to unpack this together since you're a psychologist and shit. And people will see what I'm talking about. She done lied about every fucking thing she just said. I don't mind sitting here telling my truth and where I done fucked up at. But before y'all throw me under the bus, make sure y'all ready for me to throw you under the bus. And I'm gonna tell all of our truths. I don't care who looks better, who looks worse. We all done did some fucked up shit. We all need some kind of fucking help.
Well, like I told you before we got on in here, I would welcome you both to come on here to sit down and talk to you talk to you guys, because listening from her standpoint, she was saying how she wants custody of your, I think it's 5 years old. She wants custody.
They already gave him back to me once they realized she was fucking psycho.
They gave him back? Who gave him back?
Social services took him from her and gave him back to me.
Oh, so they had custody of your 5-year-old at one point?
Yeah.
They didn't take the baby away from her and give it back to you because she was crazy. Apparently, their investigation had concluded where they didn't feel like that you were a danger to the child and you had nothing to do with the father's murder, and they returned custody to you. She only had temporary custody, not permanent. She couldn't have got permanent that quick, because she would have to prove her case as to why you're unfit and that she should get custody.
I'm pretty sure I actually got the document in my phone where they gave her custody. They gave me custody not too soon after that. I got him back a couple months.
Why is that? What happened?
Not only did I get all my kids back because, they were all found lying in court, because actually I do have my letter from Children's Services where they said all the allegations against me, even including the ones for where they had my kids.
She hadn't shown a lot of shit either. She's talked a lot about all these records, the records of the dad being statutory and all of this. She ain't showed none of this shit.
For a year and a half, all those allegations were unsubstantiated. I literally lost my kids for a year and a half because her bullshit, and then the other party chiming in and being all weird. But ain't nobody popped up with no legal.
What were the allegations?
Well, for one, after her son died, she would call Children's Services on me literally every fucking day. She told him that, mind you, at this point, kids couldn't even get COVID. She told him that he had COVID. I wasn't giving him medical care, that I was burning him with cigarettes. Something that she called them saying that he was at the house by himself for a couple of days or whatever, but not once.
She the reverend now. She the reverend.
She called the police for them to break down that door, do a welfare check. It's just so much stuff, and I'm like, okay, well, what steps did you do? And if you so-called see me struggling so much, you don't have to like me to order a pair of Pampers or do something online and have it mailed to the house. You know my address, you posted it online numerous times. Like literally, it's all these different allegations and stuff, and I'm like, girl, you could have called the police or something. I mean, you could have did any fucking thing. If you said this little boy got cigarette burns, how come Children's Services did not take him? Where are
a lot of what she said, it didn't sit well with me, because I kept thinking, well, these are things she could do. She has legal right. She has legal ways she could do it, and she didn't do it, and it didn't make sense.
Right.
So I found that odd. Let me ask you this question before I go back into it.
Where did cigarette burns come from?
With all you saying that all y'all was having all this sex and all this cheating, nobody got burnt.
So he actually, because I've never cheated on anybody I've ever talked to, because I know how it feels to cheat, or not cheat, but to be cheated on or whatever. I've never did all of that. I don't get into that. But he has burned me. I'm not gonna make it seem like, there are times I've never acted out sexually and was just out there, because, for a while, I think it's called like sexual aggression or whatever. You act out sexually or something from your traumas or some shit like that. I don't know, it's like that. But I ain't never been burnt being a fucking hoe. Shit, I never got pregnant out there being a fucking hoe either. Shit, when I got burned, the only time I got burned, I was with the same man I was with for 2 fucking years. Then he gave me chlamydia and gonorrhea while I was pregnant with my youngest son. Like I said, we gonna unbag the damn truth. I ain't got to hide.
Did you stay with him after this?
The twofer.
Yeah, I did.
What made you do that?
Because I was pregnant. And like I said, I really did love him. I really tried to work it out. I really tried to see this man through some of the dumbest shit when I could have been left this man alone. Like I said, I didn't always make the best decisions. So I can say I probably do have a little bit I do play a little bit of part in the trauma that I have. And that's okay.
Oh, no.
Okay. It's okay. I'd rather admit it than never admit it at all and never try to fix my life. I'm trying to take control of my life. And that's what all this is about. This is where all this is stemming from.
Okay, so this guy ends up somehow dead. Tell us what happened.
Yeah.
You said he's been dead 4 years. Your child is 5 years. So he died when your child was a year?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Yep. So when I was in Florida, because to be honest, it really wasn't much of a vacation. To be honest, I ain't gonna lie. I went down to the strip. Somebody told me that the strip clubs had hella money, and I went stripping because the clubs down here ran dry. So I went stripping. I did. I didn't have no other choice. I couldn't think of nothing. And I'm not gonna lie, I had already got sucked into that fast money and that life of stripping. The fuck was that? I think it was a cut. Oh, so I'm sorry. So I already got sucked into that fast money. I didn't want to leave that fast money alone, so that's why I stripped. Because the first 2 weeks when I started dancing, I cried. Once that fast money started coming, them tears sucked up real quick. But yeah, so I went to Florida or whatever. When I was in Florida, he was back here doing the same thing. He had a bitch, a bag, and a bottle. He fucked himself up and overdosed and, was in the hospital. So his mom blamed me. Talking about I had somebody do it while I was in Florida. Now there is a
because and she showed where you were saying you were soliciting basically online people to go and harm him. Is that true? That this did happen, that there was an exchange of you asking people to go harm.
I saw those messages.
No, so I mean, so it definitely looks like that on the thing, because I've seen the picture and stuff, and I don't mind, dissecting that. So I was pissed because when I came back from Florida, he's like, just trying to be weird as fuck. Like, he wasn't trying to tell me how my son was. Mind you, we were talking the whole time I was in Florida. So he's just like, just doing little stupid ass shit, and it was pissing me off. So obviously I didn't really mean it, but like, I guess I would say like a fucked up figure of speech or whatever. It was just like pretty much like, damn, somebody come get this fucking man, like But it was just like, he's trying to keep me from my son or whatever. Somebody shoot this man before I do. Obviously I didn't mean it or whatever.
Why do you talk like that?
Cause she got.
Why do you go there? You go
because she got a slick mouth.
You go there when you get upset. Do you understand this? You go.
I black out a little bit. I do. I think I black out a little bit because once I get mad, it's because like, I don't know. It's like once you keep doing some stupid ass shit to piss me off, it's like I black out. So now
you. What makes you go there? Like, what makes you say?
So why? Never mind. I was about to say, why are we to believe you don't black out on the kids? Because I think the kids would have told CPS that when they was there on the 4th.
I gotta go past. I'm trying for a home run every time. It's just a single, but you're gonna try to round all the bases. Like, you're trying to not be able to get back from that. Do you understand that some things that can be said? Have you ever been hurt by something someone said to you, like a family member or someone you love, and they said something that like was damn near devastating? You couldn't get over it. Every time you saw them, you heard what they said.
Ate with Q and Chelsea.
It was that devastating that it just hurts.
I don't know. I feel like if I ever did, I can't really remember, or if I probably just tossed it off my shoulder or something. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure. I got some stuff that's stuck in my head.
You must have, because in order for you to be the person who retaliates like that, it's because you believe you've either seen how it felt or you know how it felt. That's why you're going that far.
Yeah, and I definitely, like I said, I had a serious hatred from him. He just kept doing shit. So it was like, with him, it was like, after a while, I lost my patience. It was just like, I don't know, like I grew a serious hatred for him. Like, I was always talking to him recklessly when he pissed me off. Because I'm not gonna make it seem like he ain't never said no reckless ass shit to me. And honestly, we started off pretty fucking good, to be honest. He opened them can of worms and for shit to get bad and kept shit going and doing. Like I said, I'm not gonna make it seem like I didn't have a part, but I'm saying it was him that ultimately started it or whatever. But yeah, it was just like probably around the time that he died, it was just, I had so much fucking hate for him. I didn't give a shit what I said to him. I didn't care how I made him feel.
Now you told them good people in that video that you was going to OSU and you were trying to become, I think, a nurse and work at a hospital, right?
Yeah. Well, I finished the class. Like, I got my certification. I just got to get my license.
You can't work in no hospital.
I think I can, because I'm not going to be able to empathize. So, like, because I really do care, and I don't want to, like, see somebody, I don't know, like, I feel like if I see some shit that's going to hurt
be able to empathize? That's not a good thing working in a hospital.
No, she lacks
feelings, like see somebody.
You want to care when you're dealing with people. You want to make them feel comfortable.
Crying because they lost their baby or something. It's gonna fuck me up for like maybe my whole
shit. Mean ass stripper too.
Just, but once I leave out the hospital, I'm gonna be okay.
You know why you wouldn't be good in a hospital?
I don't know.
What do you call the people who come to the hospital? What are they called?
Fuck you. I don't believe it, but you got me on that one.
Patience.
I'll be here all week, but I'm glad you caught the joke. You don't have no patience.
But I already had a medical experience, so I wasn't always, pain changes people. I wasn't always this, I don't know, angry, I guess.
It sounds like you have been at, when do you, I want you to think about it, be seriously. When were you not this angry? When were you not I'm going to get you back? Because when you are the person that's going to get somebody back, it's because you feel like a lot of people have got you.
And it's crazy. I only try to get them back in that moment where we're arguing. After 30 minutes, I don't give a shit about it. I'll be trying to move on, with my life and stuff. But in that 30 minutes, I'm gonna say some fucked up shit after then.
It has to be longer because this is a 4-year venture that you guys have been going on, you and that woman, and y'all both seem really serious about what's going on. Although she seems more serious than you. She said, but she lost the son, so I and she believes you took it. She believes you took it.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, literally, she has all the evidence that literally shows I didn't kill him. Like, literally, somebody's already in jail for it. It's literally 4 years. You can keep posting whoever and tagging all the FBI and police and stuff. They already did their investigation. They literally took over all my emails, my social media. They tracked my phone from his phone from the moment he woke up to the moment he died. Girl, I ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm sorry you lost your son, but the facts is the facts. You got to take that up with him and the person who sold the shit to him. Because like I said, I've experimented with drugs, but I obviously found out I didn't like it. I took the hint. He experimented with drugs. He liked it. He had a couple near-death experiences. He didn't get the hint from it. It's only so many times God is going to save you. He just didn't get the hint. That ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm sorry, it sounds fucked up. That's just the truth, though.
No, I mean, it's like, you said that just a second ago. I heard you, not a second, but earlier in the show, you talked about your children. You said that some were there. You said your daughter. How many are with you currently?
Right now, because I just dropped my son off to his foster mom or whatever. So right now, I'm actually still with 4 of them.
To his foster mom? Where did foster mom come from?
See,
your living arrangements.
Something's missing. Either did they actually place them in some other people's care, and she I don't know.
She said she got Friday and Saturday off. By Sunday she had them back. She said she still got legal custody. She ain't got no open case, so they wouldn't be in no foster care if she had an open case. She said there's no open case because she ain't done nothing. She just tired.
Well, how did the foster parent come into play?
That's why I just said she just saying words.
That's crazy.
She likes to use words.
Oh God, here we go.
I like words.
Have they become more stable? What's going on with that?
No, not yet, because I don't start my new job until tomorrow. And then the other one that I did get last Monday, I don't start that one for another week or 2 because I have to,
What?
Or whatever. So right now I'm actually still with 4 of them.
Okay. Your living arrangements, have they become more stable? What's going on with that?
No, not yet, because I don't start my new job until tomorrow. And then the other one that I did get last Monday, I don't start that one for another week or 2 because I have to, get 2 more licenses that I need to obtain for that specific role.
Okay, so you're going to be working 2 jobs, and that's going to kind of take away. And here's the thing about children, because I talk about it, and I appreciate the fact that you said you watched my show the other day, and nothing I said offended you, which is, I then thought, okay, we can have a good conversation. I'm really glad that we're having a good one right now. But I'm wondering, how is it you're able to take some of the harsh things I say and not get offended? But
so local. Apparently, he did a review of her edition video, so you probably got the old tummy in there because she watched it and said she wasn't offended, so he probably gave the normal tummy. It's over there.
Then I'm listening to you basically have a short temper, or saying that you have a short temper, and it's just things that make you explode. What do you think allowed you to be able to listen to me, but then in other cases you just ain't hearing that shit?
Well, so how can I put it? I don't care who anybody is. Like I told you earlier today, even if I don't care about the negative stuff, everybody does deserve to be heard, and people are going to feel how they feel inside. I respect everybody's opinion and feelings and stuff. I only have a short temper with those people who just keep fucking with me and they just don't get the hint. So I know when they come around, I already know what you want. So at this point, you want to talk? Do you want to fight? Like, what do you want to do? Because you just keep popping the fuck up and you won't go nowhere. So
stop being a fighter. Stop being a fighter.
I'm trying to walk away from all the drama. Well, honestly, actually, right now,
you look like you about to fight. Look how you put your hair back. You was ready to fight me. Come on.
No. Even right now, it sounds crazy, even with all the controversy and stuff. I don't have no drama with nobody. It's people who don't like me, and I just don't give a fuck. I'm just still trying to pay my way through life. And that's literally just what it comes down to. People be coming for me, and, But I do have a short temper with, obviously with her, because she just be doing the fucking most. Like, girl, you keep making all these damn lies. You ain't posted no type of evidence yet. I done shared the goddamn the coroner's report. Everybody can go and publicly pay $25 and get his death certificate. And my record is also public online, where you can see I wasn't ever charged, detained, or nothing. So it's just like, what more do you want? Not you, but like her.
Oh no, I know. If you could paint your ideal picture going forward with you and your family, what would it look like in 5 years?
at some point, to be honest, I do see all of this extra stuff passing. I do see in 5 years I will already have helped myself or seek help or whatever you want to call it. I think I'm saying that wrong. I would have.
But it's okay.
In 5 years, I'm sorry. In 5 years from now, I'll be stable. I'll be healed from all trauma and negativity that wasn't good for me or to me. Obviously, the decision that I decided to make came from me actually realizing, some things in my life and realizing, certain, I've learned my lesson. Obviously, I know that, but just growth and prosperity. I don't want to be the same person I am today. I'm not a bad person, but I'm also not the best person. I could be better. Everybody could be better.
Let me ask you, have you heard of this old axiom that says, those who fail to plan to fail?
I think I have.
The reason I asked you, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Because what you need to do, and I don't mind sitting down with you and helping you on this, you need a plan. And a plan of how you're going to, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, okay, I didn't actually understand your question. Yeah, I do have a plan, if that's what you mean.
Well, yes, I wanted to know, you had the things that you said you see yourself in 5 years. But what are the hard things that you're putting in place to try and make those things come to fruition?
Well, obviously, I'm continuing my school and getting those licenses because honestly, with my national license, I'll be able to go anywhere. I can get a job at any doctor's office. The other one is uncapped. I'll be making, I'm pretty sure you know what uncapped means, so that's a good opportunity. But, I did already look into, my credit score, what's on my credit, what needs to change and stuff. So working on my credit. So I also talked to, a housing bank or whatever. Obviously, I can't do it right now, but I'm working on my credit because I can put down on a house, because if I'm going to be paying $1,500 in rent, that's a goddamn mortgage I could be doing or something, But I've made all the plans and necessary steps to get a career, maintain that career, and as well as, like I said, get stable living, financial security, and maintain it and just work towards comfortability and peace and, with my kids and stuff. So I've made a plan to maintain it's not maintain, but get on my feet and stay on my feet, if that makes sense. As well as, make sure I create these extra licenses and avenues. So should something fall, I still have something to, to fall back on. But when you say fall back on, because I'm not going to stop working.
Almost humanized this man.
I have people in the comment section that says, I should have went in on you by now. So that means I'm trying to fuck because I haven't went in. So I want to address those people if they don't mind. Sir, if you've ever watched me do interviews, if people are open and I ask them a question and they answer, I have no reason to go in on them because they're answering the question.
I said that at the beginning. When Local was like, I was like, well, I think that he goes off the energy that they give. Like, if they being honest and answering everything, it would be like beating up on the Riri. I said it. But I didn't know he had a video where he critiqued it. He already went in.
Sorry. Now maybe you haven't watched me enough, or maybe you're the one that's trying to fuck and therefore you're mad that the person's talking to me and not you. I don't really know what it is. But when you say things like that, it's stupid. Because one, if I was trying to fuck, why would it bother you? But number two, if you ever watched me do any interview with someone, the whole purpose is you talk through people. And maybe that's why I have the degree and you don't.
Well, yeah, she's not ducking anything. She just made excuses for saying she was angry, but she wasn't ducking anything. She said she made bad choices. She's made a lot of excuses, but she's being honest. She ain't saying, no, I didn't do that. No. Like when he said you just like having sex and he asking her about that, she being honest. But to our knowledge, because we don't know the mama ain't out here talking, we don't know the baby daddies. And even this was yesterday, she said the baby daddies want to do interviews. She's been hearing that they want to do interviews, but to her knowledge, as of this time yesterday, they hadn't done one. So it's just her word. The only person that we've heard speaking is her baby daddy's mom, her baby daddy that's dead's mom has been speaking.
Because I know what I'm doing. If someone's giving you answers, you allow them to answer. You dig? Now, let me go to this part of it. When you tell your story publicly, because you've been on a few shows telling your story and explaining, what do you expect to get out of that? What makes you tell the story, and what is the biggest reason you're telling the story?
So a lot of people like think I'm just capitalizing off of it. To be honest, I really haven't made a lot of money off of anything, to be honest. It's just a couple people who have donated, to help. But anyway, the reason, like, a lot of people are like, oh, you're just trying to get money. No, at this point, I want to spread awareness as well as tell my story, because you never know what other people are going through as single parents. It's not just single moms, it's, single fathers too. But I want to show what the effects of an absent parent does, not only how detrimental it is for the single parent, but how it affects the kids, especially when a mother like me has to make a drastic decision like that.
What do you mean, like me?
A mother like me, I have so many, like, I got kids. I have no help because I didn't, I didn't choose the right men, or, I've had situations that were out of my control. So a mother like me who obviously...
That was honest. She didn't choose the right man, but then she made an excuse and said stuff is out of her control. But that's with most women, you just get the excuses. You don't get the actual, I fucked up. You don't get that. You simply just get the excuses. So she's doing a good job to be 27. I say he damn near humanized her. Ugh. But she gonna say some stupid shit in the other interviews, though. We're getting back to business tomorrow. And we're gonna go in on the grandma too. There's enough going in of people on this story. But if somebody know the baby daddy, they trying to talk, I have the place. Bring that, hit them up. Hit them up. I'm available.
Didn't learn until it was a little bit too late.
You made a statement and you brought it back to it, so I gotta ask. You said a couple of times about the men as if almost like they're getting away with something, so you should be able to. You said, I should be able to do this because they're doing it. What do you mean by that? Do you mean they're walking away from their kids, so you should be able to? Because you said that on that.
Hell no. I'm not walking away from them. Like, I'm just separating myself for, like, why I get, I'll get myself together.
Just walking away, man.
So we can be together and be cool or whatever.
No, I'm just saying, in anger, you made the comment. In anger, and I can play back if you like, but in anger, you made a comment basically stating that he is able to walk away. Why people tripping?
Well, my man Money Boy Trey in the building. He said, hit that like, or we gonna fight. Make sure you check him out on YouTube.
Obviously,
that was an accident. I actually meant to play this.
Just show it.
I'll just show it.
Cause you try to use words.
I like words.
Obviously, do fucking care. And that's why I was so pissed off and angry, because it seems like I'm the only one who cares.
So that was another one of those responses where you gotta stop doing that.
Unfortunately, I really do say a lot of shit, and so I feel like, why would
you gonna say some shit that gets you convicted?
Yeah. But no, I mean, I obviously care. I didn't fully surrender my kids to CPS. There's no case with CPS. I got still legal custody of them. I've just temporarily let them live with other people, so they're temporarily residing.
I do want you to be able to. You can give me her information. I'll reach out to her, because I would like y'all to be able to. I mean, especially for she's trying to make it seem like she really wants to be a parent. She really thinks that you're not a good parent. Which I don't like that aspect of it, because things would be better if both of y'all are in the child's life, not just one. But it appears that it may be too toxic for that too.
And to be honest, it's a couple times I talk to, I actually still do talk to my son's uncle Terrell every now and then. It's just, he lives in Texas. So I do talk to him every now and then, whatever. And I've expressed to him, like, it'd be nice if me and Faith could get over our differences. And, like I said, granted, I do say some fucked up shit, because she just keeps posting and making up lies. So it's like, all right, bitch, I got you. Here, take this. So I will say some off the wall shit to her or whatever. I have said some unforgivable shit, just like she said some unforgivable shit, and she's done some unforgivable stuff, as well as having people run off with my kids. But y'all, I forgot she ain't mentioned that, bitch. Yeah, it's still on my Facebook. I really had the city sharing my kids, trying to get them back. It took me 2 days to get my kids. But anyway,
how tall are you?
I'm 5'6.5".
How tall is she? She taller or shorter? You stood with her. I mean, surely you have. Is she taller or shorter than you?
I'm trying to think. I don't remember. I ain't really seen her too many times in person. Yeah, she really don't know me like she be trying to put me out there. Like, she really don't know nothing. I ain't really seen her too many times. Maybe like 2-3 times altogether. So I'm trying to think. To be honest, I want to say she's like almost my height. We almost right there together. She might be just a little shorter, a smidge.
All right, so it shouldn't be harder for you to do this. So I'm gonna ask you to do this for me, then. Be the bigger person.
I've been trying.
You don't have to. If you say this person, what were you gonna say, smart ass? Go ahead, give it to me.
I'm sorry. For sure, I have been a bigger person because since I got my son back, I have not met, like, except for just recently, I have not messaged this woman. I have not talked about this woman. To be honest, I don't give a fuck to pay attention to the woman or what she be talking about. I don't even know what's going. But if you go back on her page, she'd have mentioned me every single day.
How do you know what she's saying about you on her page?
Because people keep fucking sending me screenshots and I'm like, damn, sad story. Or all
and
that
why would you
stuff.
tell them, fuck you, leave me alone?
I'll be telling them, I'll be like, don't send me nothing else. I don't know. I don't give a fuck what
because those aren't your friends. They're not even as bad. The person who's talking shit about you is better than the people who keep bringing you the shit that they're saying about you. Because
they just
that, you know what they know.
Yeah,
let's say, let me explain something. If they already know you got a, as you said, slick mouth, and they know you gonna get, you like to go there, you know what they're bringing it to you for?
Because they need a show, but I haven't been giving nobody a show. Except for, broadcasting, which, like I said, I wasn't doing it for attention. I wasn't intending to go viral, none of that. That was something that everybody else made possible. That wasn't me. I wasn't trying to do that.
Yes, you were.
With the eyes that are on you, what do you plan on doing with that going forward? With all the eyes that are on you, I've seen you go. Like I said, you've been to a few people and spoke. What are you going to do? The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to send you some 9-volt batteries. You're going to put them in there. You're going to stop that beep. You're going to drive yourself crazy. You're going to drive your kids crazy. That's one of the first things that drive you black folks crazy is that damn beep. If you can live with beeping all day, you're nutty as hell. You got to be. You see how quiet it is in my house? Hold on a second. Just listen. See how quiet it is? I get mad if it's 2 minute noise. I hear 2 minute bumps in the night. I go whoop the ghost ass. You need to calm down. You need quite seriously. You need like time to think, especially when you've been a person who sounds like you've been through a lot. And it's hard for me to talk shit about you because my man in the comment section, his name is Chris, is the nwheel.com. Love that brother. He heard you talking and some of the things you said. He said, Tommy always talks about that. Girls who struggle with that. The idea of when you have your child, when one of the statements you make is, having this child gave me a person who would love me unconditionally. First off, that is one of the most untrue statements that girls make, but I understand why they make it. That's why you end up having more children and not being able to dedicate it to that child, because you realize pretty quick that child loves you with conditions.
Can I also tell you something? I kind of slipped my mind though when you were asking me about how I felt and stuff. Like I said, a lot of people are like, well, why did you just now make this decision? Because why didn't you try to get rid of the baby then and stuff? It was like when I saw him, it was like, you know what? Yeah, y'all came from a messed up situation, but it was like when I seen him, it was like I didn't know how I was going to protect him or how I was going to care for him. It was like I looked at him and I was like, I got you, baby. And it's okay. After it was 15. I'm 27 now. I think I gave it a very long run. I'm not saying I'm giving up on him. I'm not going back to him because I am. I'm just trying to get myself together. But I could have been gave up when shit was really bad. Shit's bad now, but it's not like I'm, like I said, I could have been trying to give up. It's like nobody's trying to give me credit for the long run that I had alone. But it's okay. I don't need credit from nobody. I know what I went through with this shit by myself.
And that's why I was trying to tell you, like, when people are trying to get mad at me for not going in, the biggest thing is I understand your struggle because I've seen it and I've gone through it. That need and want to belong, that need and want to find someone that you can depend on and count on. And it makes you make worse mistakes than the ones you made prior because you're literally looking to make a human connection. You don't know how to do it though, because you came from such a fucked up background where making a human connection, you had never seen it. And you stated it earlier. You said, well, I know I want love, but I actually haven't seen it. I don't know how to perform it. That is honest. And if you can be more like that, a lot about yourself, the more honest you are, that means in 12 step, the first thing you have to do is be able to acknowledge that you have a problem. And you've done that. Some of them, you try to gloss it over like your anger shit. You never said, I'm going to go to anger management. That's what you need to do because
I had court-ordered anger management classes.
I bet. Not court order. I mean, you go do it on your own. I pay court order child support. It's better to support your kid when the court don't make you do it.
Yeah.
Anybody will do something when the court make you do it.
And if I didn't finish that class, they told me I was gonna go back to jail.
That's what I said. Anybody can do something at the court, make you do it. I'm talking about a life change and a lifestyle change. It's the same thing as when somebody wants to lose weight and they start becoming a vegan or vegetarian. That's a lifestyle change. And the only time that change is going to happen is if you do it. The scary part about our life is we want things to change, but the work that it takes to make it change usually takes too much, and we say, fuck it. Like the alcoholic, the drug addict, the cheater, all these people. The reason their life doesn't change is not even because of life. It's because fears that they have, that the thing that they know, because many of us will do things that we know, even if those things are harmful to us, because at least we know them. That's why you went back to men who were abusing you, because even though you knew it was wrong, you at least knew what you were getting. That was comforting to you than the scary part of trying to move different. It's scary to try to move different. It's scary to try and do something different. It's scary to try and live in a different place. Have you noticed a lot of people who grew up in a bad area still live in that area? Still live in that house?
Yeah, and to be honest, you're right. I'm not going to disagree with you at all, because honestly, I do want change. I didn't do all this for nothing. I do want change. I just don't know how to.
Yep. It's hard. It's hard. You think fat people walk around just wanting to be fat? The majority of fat people have tried a small diet. No, I'm not even kidding. They tried a small diet, but then it got hard on them. It got difficult because they got so used to doing one thing. And here's what hurts. If you say, I've changed my diet, I've eaten and I've exercised, and I've done it for 6 months, and all I've lost is 5 pounds. Give up. If you say, I've tried to do it this way and I still found a guy that wasn't shit, give up. If you say, I've tried to get a regular job and that shit still didn't work, you give up. You're like, well, I might as well do what the fuck I was doing if this is what I'm going to get. And that's the hard part about life is change. We want change to be rapid like a river. Well, change is like water, but sometimes the water isn't in the state that we want it in. Sometimes the water is frozen. So instead of it moving rapid like a river, it's moving slow like a glacier. It's still water and it's still change. And even though it took you 5-6 months to lose 5 pounds, the biggest thing you have to do in order to affect real change is not give up. You have to not live off someone else's timeline. You have to not live off someone else's results line. Because if they lost 30 pounds in the same 6 months, you can't say, I'm a failure because I didn't reach their goal. You have to say, A, I'm different. My body is different. My success is different. But B, if I want to double the 5 to 10, what is the course of action I have to take to do it? And that's what you're going to have to do. So you cannot get involved in what people are saying about you, because a lot of people throughout your life have wanted to see you where they are. I see a lot of people in the comment section and people are saying, "Oh, she's actually a really pretty girl. She's actually a really pretty girl." But there were probably some people around you who probably felt the same way, and they wanted you in the spot that they were in. They like the fact that you have put yourself in a position where you have 5 children. They like the fact that you have this video out there and they can go viral and say, at least I'm not like that. A lot of people, they don't know how to lose 5 pounds. So you know what they'll do? Feed you so you gain 5 more, so it still looks like they lost weight. Oh, y'all don't hear me. The Lord talking to your boy right now. They say, if I can't lose no weight, let me put some weight on you. I look smaller. You gain 20 pounds. I gain 5. They call you fat. They say I lost weight because I keep standing beside you and I make you look bad. And there are men in your life, there are family members in your life. There's going to be people who are in your life who want to steal your joy, because your joy, you haven't found it inside of you. You haven't found your value. And when you haven't found your value, remember you were asking earlier, I don't know why these men end up doing this, because they see in you what's missing and they never want you to have it. That's why you're getting them. They don't want you to have it.
Because I ain't got shit to say. That shit is deep. Like, you know, like I feel that in my chest. Like I ain't never.
Look, we talk because we were supposed to talk. I tell everybody this. If you meet me and I meet you, it was supposed to happen. We have a conversation like this. Hopefully what you will be able to do is walk away and apply some of this to your life. And I tell people like all the time, it costs $350 to talk to me per hour. You got it for free. Hopefully what will happen is one of these kernels of wisdom, you will say, I can use this and go forward. And the reason why it's so important is because you have 5 souls that depend upon you. You have 5 souls that you can either change their life for the better, or you can continue the generational curse. You can put them in a position to where in 15, 20 years, they're saying the same thing you're saying now. And if you don't like saying this about your mother, if you don't like saying this about your father, never, never, never allow your children to be able to say the same thing. Or as difficult as that was when you walked into that clinic, when you walked into the CPS, and I went off. I said, this is stupid shit. This is what black bitches are doing. I'm sick and tired of them. They make the worst mothers, because I've seen so many people who look like you, and they look like you because their mothers put them through fucking hell. And the only way they could survive was to become cold and hardened. And you see a lot of black children, when they become adults, they're cold and they're hard. They snap quick, like how you said. They out here killing. You have a young girl who killed a man for $60 so she could take the $60 and go give it to the lazy nigga.
Oh, he covered that.
Yeah, you can't value nobody's life on $60.
Did he see my community
I ain't never killed nobody at all, but I should.
But think about what I'm saying is, she didn't value her own life. Because if you with a man and this man putting you on the street, to have you going to tell a man you'll suck his dick for $60, then you get him in the woods and kill him just so he can have some food.
You don't make a bad person.
People will see that something's missing in you and they never want you to find it. The fact that this man was willing to put this woman out on the streets like that, this woman who was willing to do that for him, he knew she was missing something. Now she's going to spend the rest of her life in jail. Guess what he's probably doing right now while she's in jail?
Getting another win combo.
Yeah, and that's crazy. That's just crazy too.
I'm going to tell you, a lot of what is happening is you are seeking the missing pieces of you and your life, because the people who raised you and took pieces out of you. Like you said, you want love, the idea of love, but you don't know how to achieve it, because when you were young, someone took that from you, never gave it to you. What you have is a hole where love is supposed to go. And you got a whole bunch of puzzle pieces in your life, and they all look like either they could fit or they don't fit. And all you know is that there's a hole and something's supposed to go there. And that's what your life has been, trying to find those pieces. They're jumbled up. People who took them from you, threw them in that pile. So they did it on purpose.
He's trying to fill a hole, hopefully with, not a dick. Don't fill it with that dick. They're not all home run people.
Where'd the volume go?
You said you ended up with a man that was one, and if things did pile. And that's what your life has been, trying to find those pieces. And they're jumbled up. The people who took them from you, threw them in that pile. They did it on purpose. Many of them did it because that's the way they were raised. And that's why you said that your mom was raised by a mom who was a drug addict. Your mom became a drug addict. You said you ended up with a man that was one, and if things didn't go the right way, you could have been one. That's how life works. You have to stop and at some point find something that matters enough to you to where you'll try to reach that goal. And for people who have things missing, you know how to complete yourself? Complete goals. If it's to finish school, doesn't matter how old you are, go finish it. That completion is a part of helping fill those holes inside of you. What has happened in your life is you haven't had a lot of wins. And at 27, you almost feel like you can't win. I'm going to tell you that you can. And when you start, you're going to look back on these days.
Wait, so tell me, you mean she wasn't a victim of narcissistic abuse?
There's still hope?
And you're going to say, they told me I couldn't win. And it ain't even about them telling me I could win. Because fuck it, I thought I couldn't win. Until I said, you know what? I'm going to start from the ground up and I'm going to rebuild my life. I'm going to rebuild my goals. I'm going to rebuild my attitude. I'm going to rebuild me. And the me I build is not going to be the me that my mother built, that my father built, that the man who raped me or molested me built. It's going to be the me I built. And I'm going to be proud of it because it's going to be all me. You'll remember this day. I promise you.
Yeah, and that's what I'm working towards now, rebranding myself for the better.
Truth, you were saying.
First damn thing, you know the first damn thing you're going to do?
Well, I got to go to work tomorrow, but I obviously got to unpack and heal some shit.
Now you're going to get a motherfucking battery and you're going to put it at you're going to stop that bitch from beeping. You gonna stop. That's one of the first things that's driving you crazy. You gonna get a devil. I'm gonna get on Amazon Prime when I get off here right now. I'm gonna send you a lifetime supply of 9-volt batteries. You hear me? Everywhere you go, you gonna have 9-volt batteries. You gonna start selling 9-volt batteries. That's how many I'm gonna give you. And you're gonna get some peace, because what you need is inner peace. When you get that inner peace, you're not even gonna be able to recognize this person that you are right now, who cannot own a hospital because you don't have no patience. You're going to have patients flowing throughout your hospital. You're going to remember this day. You're going to say, I don't know how I got there. I don't know how I ever was there. And I can tell you ain't even going to be mad at who you were. You're going to laugh. You're going to have a testimony. And that's what it's going to be, because I can see the good person in you. And you know that good person is in you. Every time you yell and scream and talk shit, you know that ain't you. That's a demon that was put in you. That's a devil that was put in you. That's that you know what that demon and that devil is? Hurt, disappointment, sadness, loneliness. That's why you do that. That ain't you. You said it. You said deep down, I'm a hopeless romantic. You are. You just have never had that side of you be nurtured. And just like a plant, just like a child, and just like your spirit, it has to be watered. It has to be taken care of. It has to be nurtured in order to grow.
He's kind of a bad man.
Now, how you feel?
I feel like I heard everything I needed to hear. And more. Like, there's some things I looked at where you put in perspective that I never thought of that way. When you kind of, I don't know, like you see, like at some point I started crying. Not because I was embarrassed or anything, but I didn't look at, you're helping me. I obviously did a big ass cry for help, and I'm getting some of the help that I need. This interview for sure will be one that fucking sticks with me for sure, because you told me some stuff that I can take with me for generations. Like, literally, I could teach my kids this, they could teach their kids this, and so on and so on. Like I said, I do want to be better. I do want change, and I'm trying to learn how to achieve those steps for change. But you gave me the main thing, like the main shit I need to do, like the gold. I struck gold with you, pretty much. I didn't, as you see, I didn't disagree with anything you said.
You didn't argue with me, and you didn't even push back.
Yeah, I acknowledge that.
That takes a lot to be able to do what you did, and that's why I couldn't go off that they were expecting me to go off. I can't do it if someone's listening. If you're listening, then I say, okay, you can make headway with this person. And one thing that you can try to be in everybody's life, because life is hard and we all die. All we have is each other as human beings to try and give each other as much love and encouragement. It's all we have, because we're all going to meet the same fate. So it doesn't matter if you have 5 kids, 55 kids, and I have no kids and 55 cars. It all ends in the same place for all of us.
Peanut butter jealous. I'm sorry.
So what we can do is try to, at that point, help each other. Help each other live this stressful life that is going to end in death. There's nothing wrong with that. We all can be a light to each other, because we all struggle. I know you talked about depression. I know you talked about these factors that were on your shoulders. Not alone. The people who are online, who talking the most shit. You know why they talking shit online? The same reason you lash out when you start talking shit. That's why they're doing it. They're not happy and just deciding to fuck with you. That's not how that works. They're doing this because they feel like if they can get you to gain 10 pounds, it'll make them look skinny. Remember that. All right. Now, here's what I want you to do. You can give me that lady's information, or you can reach out to that lady and tell that lady, let her see this interview. But I would like to be able to talk to you guys, because it shouldn't be the way it is. And especially with her being an elder and a religious person. When I saw that Reverend on her name, I just knew she should have been handling this completely different.
And to be honest, I ain't trying to offend nobody, but that's also for this very reason. A lot of the people in my life claim to be Christians as well and stuff, and I don't really mess with church folk because they always want to do the work of the devil and try to hide behind God.
Amen. I walk away from it. My mom's a pastor. I still walk away from a lot of that stuff, because almost everybody I know that's brought up God first has done the most nasty, dirtiest shit to me, evil shit to me, and you led with God.
Come on, somebody.
You You made me put my walls down because you led with God. You told me you'd never do me wrong. You said you'd never go there. And not only did you go there, but you went past there.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see that when I saw that woman, and she was like, and my mom is and she was naming all these religious people. And I was thinking, if all those people are religious, why in the hell are you online doing what you're doing?
Yeah, and also, you did hear like the random allegations that didn't. I swear, a lot of them allegations and stuff that she was talking about, ain't none of that stuff came out until she just now getting her little first interview.
Yeah.
And I'm like, girl, you gotta be kidding me. And this is why I don't mess with them. This is why I don't talk to them. This is why I don't allow my son around them, because she, like, when I tell you, they think that I'm not even trying to be funny, but even the brother is brainwashed as hell. You know, her son, you know, the one that was up there. And I don't know if you noticed, but the moment they started, she was asking questions, it was getting closer to uncovering dudes.
But isn't that the one you said you were talking to, you had a relationship with, and you was telling them that you wish that y'all could get over it?
Character and his truth, they wanted to move on, and that's what they're not talking about right now, because they tried to say they tried to say he had obvious reason, like he had that problem and stuff. But when I told them, like, you know, he had that problem 2 years before I met him, I didn't know about it till he died. They was trying to get over that.
Well, so I pointed that out.
He was 20.
I was in the comment section when she gave me the link. I was in the comment section. I probably don't let them see it and talk to them about it. But I was in the comment section. That's one of the things I said. I said she seems to be glossing over her son's shortcoming and piling on what she believes are yours.
Yeah, it was.
I think I said at one point, I said she was so bad and she did all this. I think they said you pushed him over a rail and broke his leg.
She just couldn't believe that her son willingly popped Percocets. She couldn't believe it. It was the people he was around. He was around bad influences. But y'all was in the church. That didn't happen.
And she said, but he still stayed with him. I said, that must be the best pussy in the world, the best head in the world. Or he got problems too, because you don't keep doing it. And I said the same thing to you. You got problems too if you put yourself in a position to continue to let these things happen. So we can pin it. The easiest thing to do is to find out somebody else's problems, to point out somebody else's problem. Because we can ask them to change. And you know why we always asking other people to change and not ourselves? Because like I said to you earlier, we realize that we failed so many times at changing ourselves. We treat ourselves worse than anybody else treats us. When you look at people who have a hard time, like somebody, I had a girl, she got mad at me, she called into my show a long time ago, and she was talking about somebody cheating on her. And I asked her, I said, have you ever been on a diet? Are you calling me fat? I said, I mean, you know what you look like. I'm asking you, have you been on a diet? She said, yeah. I said, have you failed at any of those diets? She said, yes. But that don't mean I don't keep trying. I said, so, okay, so you cheated on yourself, but you keep giving yourself a pass. I said, because that's your body that's failing because of how you eat. And yet you're continuing to eat that way. And yet you can't understand how this man would cheat on you when it's a pleasurable thing for him to do, to put his dick in other people, just like it's a pleasurable thing for you to put different foods in your mouth. You treat yourself worse than he treat you, but you expected more out of him than you expect out of yourself. And that's what we do, because we know it's easier to ask someone else to change than it is for us to change ourselves. And you know what we're proving when we do that? We're proving that we're weak and we think or hope that they're stronger than we are. We're disappointed that they're not as strong as we are. You know, most of us, when somebody does us wrong, we're disappointed because we hoped that they were better people than we. If we want to be honest, we hoped that they were better people than us, that they wouldn't be such cowards like we are and not being able to finish the race, not being able to achieve the goal. When they don't, we get mad at them, but we never get mad at ourselves when we fail. But who should we be more mad at when we fail us? A stranger failing us or us failing us? Who should we be more mad at?
Ourselves, because a stranger doesn't dictate our future. It doesn't dictate our character. Nigga, I like you. All right. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't hear you saying that.
It's a hard truth, but it's true. I challenge everyone. I say, find what I say that's not true. If you can find what I say that's not true, I'm with you. But I've been doing this since 2009, and no one can find what I've said that's not true. That it's not true. Somebody said, cheating is bad, Tommy. Stop lying to the youth. I'm sorry, I did not tell her cheating wasn't bad. Did I tell you that cheating wasn't bad?
That never came out your mouth.
Okay. And see, that's what'll happen. You'll have people who do something like that. And that is the devil incarnate. When something good is happening, they're going to try to find a flaw. They're going to try to find a problem. Because remember, they need to make me look, they need to get me fatter to make them look skinny. They don't know how to lose weight. I said the person who should hurt you the most when they're cheating is when you cheat on yourself. Not when someone else does. Because you don't know what that person's going to do. You don't know how that person lives. Every time we put ourselves in a relationship with someone else, we don't know them. We know we lie to people. So why would we not think that they're lying to us? We hold some shit about our lives back. Why do you don't think that they would? It's the funniest thing. I can't believe you lied to me about that. You lied to me about 8 things. You just found out the lie I told. So you're going to hold me to the lie, but not the other lies you told? It's difficult because we're all searching for that someone that's better than us. That's someone that makes us believe that there are really good people out there. We're hurt by the people we gave a chance. That's all. We know when we look at somebody else's relationship, we can tell who ain't shit. Girl, why would you with this nigga? You knew he wasn't shit. Yet you'll find yourself in a relationship with somebody who ain't what? Who ain't shit. You can point the ain't shit nigga out in their relationship. You can say, girl, this nigga ain't answering the text. You know he fucking round. Yet you sit up there calling your man all night. Where you at? Where you at? You know he fucking round.
Yep. Seen it too many times in the girl chat.
See? That's what it is. It's a difficult thing to do, to look at oneself and say, if I'm not giving myself the best, why am I expecting someone else to do that?
You ain't used the word introspection yet.
I got to give me the best. So therefore, let me tell you what happens when you give yourself the best. Whenever somebody else falls short, you're not missing anything because you're giving yourself the best. If you got enough money to pay the whole rent, if your roommate don't have no money, does it affect you? No, I got enough money to pay the whole rent. If your nigga lose his car, does it affect you if you got a car? Oh, you ain't gonna miss no work. He gonna miss work. You not. When you have your own and you give yourself the best first, you can deal with being let down when someone else doesn't give you their best because you weren't expecting it and didn't need it. You were you without them. That's why whenever somebody tells you you walk into a relationship, it's 50-50. No, the hell it ain't. It's 100-100. You're supposed to go in there being you without them. And they're supposed to be them without you. And when y'all get together, it's the joy of 2 whole people sharing who they are. Not a half of a person needing the other half just to feel whole. Y'all don't hear me. Anyway, young lady, I want to thank you for talking to me. I know it's been a long night. It's been a long night for me. This has been a wonderful conversation. I want to end it on a good note. And I think this is a really good note. You have my information. You can speak to me whenever. I do want to talk to that woman because I think that there's some inroads that can be made, even if the inroad is to be to cauterize that thing and cut it off and never go back. Because you, the son, you definitely want to protect his energy and you want to protect his peace. And if he's not bringing peace, then you're not bringing it. Never feel bad to be selfish.
Yeah, that's what she's doing since I got him back.
Never feel bad to be selfish.
And she won't until she gets her stuff together. I would love for her to be around and we could have that bond. But I do feel like, because it's already showed, she gets around him, she's going to do some fucked up shit towards him just to get back at me. Because of the narrative she has. I can't allow that. And that's why Children's Services gave him back to me. She was doing some fucked up shit.
Yeah, I was looking at that part of it. I said, it's scary because you have no idea what she's going to say or do. That is, that's scary. That's all I gotta say. So you walk that lightly and and always remember, more than your feelings, more than her feelings, that child is the most important. And if she cannot do what needs to be done, then you'll just have to, hey, all blood ain't blood.
Yeah, exactly.
So thank you, young lady, for coming on to the show. And thank you guys for watching the show.
So guys, he kind of humanized her. Should we continue down the rabbit hole with her?
I don't know. I actually want to see. I want to hear a truth take. Actually,
she's asleep.
Has she turned on Tommy?
She's asleep.
Oh,
we have to figure it out tomorrow.
Wow. Pum.
I don't know what y'all think. Should we continue down the rabbit hole tomorrow, or should we let it lie? He humanized.
Well, if we let it go,
and she still has the kids. Okay, I tell you what. I will see if we can be done with her. We can go to the grandmother and listen to her to further see the human side of this woman, which I didn't think I would be there. I still think it's fucked up shit to do. I step at it. It is. But 15 when she had her first child. 16 when she had the second one. So she's been a kid with 2 kids. Grew up in the social media era. But I'll see if she's done any interviews. This was yesterday. This last night. I'll see if she's done any interviews since. Tell me. And see what she had to say. If she's done anything new, I'll see what she has to say. She hadn't done anything new, I'll leave it where it's at and we'll go listen to the grandma tomorrow. Unfortunately, Nick, she had her post show, she put that behind the paywall. Gotta remember, I was in the middle of hearing her and Thomas that I think they just did a whole inherited beef sex thing. I remember he got into it with everybody in the beef sex. It's like he was practicing. Cause yeah, he was doing it by baby and I was. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, let's take this. Bam, shut up. Yeah. Didn't hear, as I said, we didn't hear narcissistic abuse, introspection, or any of that bullshit. Any of those generic ass terms that life coaches give you.
But we still didn't find out.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Yeah, we know where they at. We know where they at. We definitely know where the white women at.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Good night, people.
So cold, but I'm so hot. Dope boys. I'm up in the trap, I'm dope boy. With them knives. The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. That 8 gram headed straight to the block. Pirates this water while till it's hot. Mix it double up, turn a little to a lot. Right hand on the cell phone, taking order. Left hand 360 motor to a lot. Blue hollow tips, got switches on the Glock. State game, true sippers can't be stopped. Laughing at you haters while I'm thumbing through the paper. Says long at the bottom, won't you meet me at the top? The nigga ain't shit, yeah, get that a lot. Won't be deterred and I won't be stopped. Shaq Diesel number one, I post up on the block. 24/7 cause the hustle don't stop. 31 flavor, take an order like a waiter. I be selling more gas than a local truck stop. 1,200 strong for a pound to the zop. Got me shining, I'm a star. Ask about me, I am legend. They gon' tell you who we are. Fuck these niggas, fuck these bitches. Get money, all I know. No love for these bitches. Never saving these hoes. The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. When I'm thinking about the past, yeah, gon' get some nice gang, we at the spot. If we ever was short, then it's back to the block, you probably get shot. Every day's a sudden change, we getting money, that's one thing, it's never gon' stop. Real dope boys do what it takes, playing high stakes, living to die. Do your time, keep it quiet, no matter who you are, don't get what you got. Stack it up, that's the bond to stay fresh. Oh, they think that you're not. Take the road with a hoe, they gon' let you go. Somebody's gonna say you ain't hot. Just invest in yourself, don't worry about nobody else. There ain't no handout. If you say the same, put it on chain. Let them see you ain't tied down. Got a couple rain, did a lot of things. I ain't really gon' talk about it. Give me a trade, get you go. She gon' show up and show out. So don't ask me what a dope at, cause you already around. The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not.